No. I'm finna go up. Super, super up. Y'all know what I do inside of the Gender Wars Club. I don't play, I don't mess around, right? Make sure y'all are coming in and being ready to talk about this topic. This is going right on the podcast, right on the show, right on the show. You're not a high value woman just because you're expensive. Y'all know my topics get crazy. I'm gonna have a lot of people come through. Matter of fact, let me share this out to the family. Let me see who's going. Let me ping this joint up, share it up, so that we can allow more people to come through, right? But this one gonna go crazy. This one gonna go and say you're not a high value woman just because you're expensive. What? Man, this one gonna go crazy. Let me actually say this to my starting now. Starting now. Okay, we going up. Usman, come up here. I'm gonna be waiting for some of my friends to come up, buddy. You're not a high value woman. Just chill about this, Usman, while I wait for some more people. What's up, man? Usman is probably just waiting for the show to start. Listen, Bandos, Mr. MM, Vanessa, put together a good topic today. We waiting for some of my friends to come by so that way we can get this joint started. Right? Can't wait. Can't wait for you guys to chime into this topic. I'm sharing this room out and pinging it out as we speak so I can allow more individuals to come. So let's go. Ping it up, Richard. 242. I'm telling you, y'all know when I do these topics, the room, the club just goes crazy. Nisha, what up? Listen, you're not a high value woman just because you're expensive. I feel like women, you know, automatically, oh, it costs this much, this costs this much, and then automatically they, you guys piece it up with high value. No, 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 no. Just because you had to pay a lot of money, just because you had to do, doesn't mean that it's high value. Just because you had to spend doesn't always mean that it was the best decision. You understand? Just because you had to spend doesn't mean that that was the best decision for you. I'm just saying, bro. You know what I mean? My brother for sure. You know we gonna kick this motherfucker off nice and early. Kick back and wait for the chaos. Good morning, my brother. Let's get it. Peace to the guys, for sure. Masha Allah, my bro.
Hello, brother Stack. How you
I'm
doing
doing
today?
good, Usman. We just waiting for some people to come by. You know, gender wars gets insane, but you're not a high value woman just because you're expensive. How do you feel about that, Usman, when you hear that line? What's up, brother? Usman, so you just came up just to be silent, bro? You don't hear me talking to you, bro?
No, no, like I was just in crowd, so I just have to, get myself aside just to, engage in some conversation with you,
Okay,
Stack,
let's
my
go.
brother.
Let's go. Engage in the conversation. Let's get it.
Like my perspective towards that is that like I women value like seem to have problem. Hello, can you hear me?
Bro, obviously I can hear you, Usman. I'm asking you, when you hear this, you're not a high value woman just because you're expensive. What do you think, bro? Like, come in, bro. Like, stop playing with me with this bullshit. Cause this is a podcast. This is going right on Apple Music. Stop playing with me, bro. Get right to the point. It's either she's a high value woman or not. Let's get to it. Come on.
Like the same thing as sometimes used to happen to me. Like I don't used to regard high value women because they always have problem. They used to see themselves as a superior. They used to see themselves as the best. That's the reason why that's the reason why some men used to discredit them. They don't used to like they don't used to value them. That is it. Hello, are you getting my accent? I'm from Nigeria, and my accent
Yeah, that's
might be
cool.
too.
That's cool. I don't care. I understand where you're coming from, bro. For
Uh,
Sean Ice, let's continue this. Aaron, please come up, man. We're gonna be talking about this today, bro. Just because you're a high value woman doesn't mean that just because you're expensive doesn't mean you're high value. You know, a lot of women, oh yeah, I need this done. Oh, I need my man to do this. I need a man to do this. That don't mean you high value though. Just because the man dropping the bag. For Sean Ice, Aaron. Let's continue this shit before I start making kicking the table over and shit like that. But just because I'm spending the bag does not mean you're high value. I want to be toxic today. I'm passing it off to you guys. Aaron, how you feel? Lalita, welcome to the stage. Let's go.
I just got in. Let me figure out what the. Are we just talking about the title? Thank you, sweetie.
Yeah, like what do you think, Aaron, when you hear that? Right? Just because you spent
You're
the money
not a
on the
high
all right.
value
If
woman.
every female that you spent money on, Aaron, are they high value, bro? Every female that you ever met?
No, not
Okay,
at
so
all.
speak about that.
Well, I think a person's value is really self-proclaimed. It's not how everybody else sees them. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I think they mistaken confidence with value.
That's deep. That's deep, Aaron.
You
Let's
feel me?
expand that.
They mix confidence. They misconstrue confidence with value, and most of it's self-proclaimed. I feel value is based on how the world sees you, based on a scale. You know what I'm saying? So I've always wondered: is the value based on morals or is it based on finance? Like, what is a high value person? You know what I'm saying? So
See, he
you
got me
get what
thinking
I'm.
about something else for Sean. What is a high value person in the relationship? What is that to you, right, Aaron? Like, what
Yeah.
is that? Yeah, I like that. I like that. Lalita, I like
To
that. What is a high
yeah,
value?
to me, an expensive woman just brings a, in my experience, and I've had an extensive experience with dating. It's been a lot of headaches more than anything, you know. And it's not even saying that they look better. Expensive don't mean that it's better, you know, because I fucked a girl that was a waitress at a Mexican restaurant, gave me the best ass than my millionaire girlfriend. You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit, Aaron.
I'm just being real.
Hold on. So just because she had the bag didn't mean it was better. That's what you're saying.
Terrible. She
Terrible.
was
So she was
terrible
kind
in
of
bed.
vanilla. That's what you're saying. She was vanilla.
Very well. Yeah, you know what? I guess you could call her vanilla. You got them kind that don't want to mess their hair up. They only
Oh
want to do it a
hell
certain
no,
way.
Aaron.
You feel me?
You don't want
Yeah,
to mess
man.
your hair
They out
up.
there.
That's the first thing I'm
She don't want to
grabbing.
mess her hair up. She worried about the wrong shit, man.
Wow, Aaron
Yeah.
said it. Listen. Damn. Wow. Like who likes you, right, Aaron? That's what I say. Like, what the hell? That sounds like you
Absolutely.
don't even, you know what I mean? You don't even like the person if you ain't trying to do all
Hey,
that.
I'm gonna give you something I learned about 20 years ago. So I'm 53 now. So I was in my early 30s, right? I went to see this girl that I had in Texas that I had been seeing here in Georgia, and I went to visit her, and you know, we did what we normally do. We got together, had some fun, and about 3 or 4 hours into the visit, she goes in the bathroom and she's on the phone like for a long ass time, and then she comes out and say, "Hey, you gotta go." Now, mind you, I done flew from Georgia to see her, but she walks in out of the bathroom and say, "Yo, you gotta go." I'm like, "What's up? What's going on?" Did I do something? So she was like, "You just gotta go. I can't explain." I'm like, "Oh, okay. So there's some bullshit going on." So I get my bags and shit, and I'm walking towards the front of the subdivision, and this old white lady, probably she had to been 80 years old. She was doing a little security and driving around in the golf cart. So she was like, "Hey, sweetie, you want to ride?" I said, "Yes, ma'am. That'd be awesome." So she gave me a ride. And she was like, "What? Why are you, pulling luggage down the street?" And I said, "Listen." I explained to her the situation. Same story I just told y'all. She said, "Let me tell you something. He who loves less controls the relationship." I was like, "What?"
Hold up, say that. Hold on, I don't want that to go over your head. Say that again, bro.
She said, "He who loves less controls the
So that's why.
relationship."
So that's why they always say, Fashawn, tell me if I'm wrong. Ice, Lalita, they always say that it's better if your partner likes you a little bit more than you like them. You ever heard that before? So why you think that's true, man? You know what I mean? I feel like when people see you care, tell me if I'm wrong. People see you care, they like to play. They like to play when they see you care. As soon as you not don't give a fuck no more, and you start, yeah, I'm gonna start going this way. Then they start chasing you. Nah, where was that energy at? Right? Mm.
I think people are innately gluttons for pain because any woman that I've treated like a queen acted an ass. Any girl that I don't call all the time, I'm not always readily available, you know what I'm saying? I had my best interactions with. So,
I think it's more rejection than pain, but you're right.
yeah, rejects.
But woman,
Hold on, hold on. What about the rejection? Who said something about rejection? What about rejection? What about it?
No, he said he thinks people are gluttonous for pain, and I said I definitely think it's more specifically rejection.
Mm.
and you know what's crazy? You said that like I guess I must be, and there's obviously other people that feel the same way I do. But if somebody rejects me, I leave them the fuck alone. It don't turn me on. You know what I'm saying? It don't make me be like, oh my god, I want her so much more now. No, no. If she rejects me and my feelings get hurt, I'm walking away licking my wounds. You know what I'm
Nah,
saying?
that's a fact. That's a fact. But I feel like too many men don't lick the wounds. You see them crashing out though, bro. You know what I mean, Aaron? They ain't licking
Yes.
the wounds and just moving on, bro. Like they ain't used to nothing.
Yeah, some people can't handle rejection, but I grew up dirt ass poor in Chicago, so rejection is my foundation. You know what I'm saying? So if a motherfucker tell me no, I just go to the next one until I get my yes. You feel me?
See, you got me thinking, Aaron. Can women and men handle rejection? I'm about to switch this whole shit. You already know, sister. I'm thinking right now. I'm just my brain's moving. Right, Fashawn?
No,
Yeah.
nobody can handle
I'm
rejection.
about to go in, Fashawn. You already know. Get that in. Please, I'm about to change the topic. Go.
It definitely takes practice. You know, if you had to choose between getting rejected or not rejected, of course, but you got, you know,
Is he going out or is it me?
Aaron, what the hell happened to you? You went to the Matrix, bro? Damn.
Can y'all hear me? Am I
Yeah, go
audible?
ahead, Fashawn. I can hear you, bro. Go ahead.
Oh
Let's get
damn,
it in.
cause I'm in the Uber. Yeah, don't nobody handle rejection except champions. And most men ain't champions, and women don't ever have to be in a position to be rejected unless they see a man that they extremely attracted to. Women will interpret a man not hitting on them as rejection though, so they internalize things very different.
Huh. I feel like most people can't handle rejection. Now look at this. Now, y'all seen when my sister Senora had, the person come on Clubhouse and, they were talking about the brick and all of that good stuff, right? Most men cannot handle rejection. They will crash out if you don't give them the number. Let's keep it 100. They will crash out if you don't give them the number, if you don't say hi. Sometimes you got to just wave and keep it moving, right? But why is that though? Why is it that you said it, Phil, for Sean? I hear where you coming from, the champions. We used to it or whatever, but why? I feel like if you were grown up in the house and your parents already told you what was right from wrong and no, and you got that no instilled into you, right, Fashawn? You're not gonna go out into the world crashing out on people just because they didn't give you the number, bro. Or just being, you know what I'm saying? So
Well,
I don't
well,
know, man.
I'll say for men, the situation for men is most guys don't really start dealing with women until they're adults. If you don't start dealing with women when you a little boy, like understanding girls, that's where your practice come from is in your adolescence. If you don't start trying to figure out women when you in college or after college, that's when money is involved. And at that time you think you're entitled to a yes because you have some of the external things that women like. But ism comes from your adolescence, how you learning how to talk to a woman, how to make her laugh, how to hold conversation, how to listen, and how to accept rejection. You can be funny, you can be cute, and a little girl can still tell a little boy no, and he just got to get used to that and keep rolling. If you make it to adulthood, especially after college, and you gotta plan dates and have money and have all the manly stuff, and you ain't developed that character, you're gonna get told no a lot, and that's gonna frustrate you because you're gonna feel like you didn't work your whole life to get the stuff women say they want, but really they just want some riz.
For Sean say it all the time. It's some like it's the ism. It's the swag. It's in you. A lot of men. That's why I said before I had money, right? I was already the leader or already doing my thing. You know what I mean? Able to get women. So when you guys coming up, Sean said it right there. It got to be like 14, 13 years old. It got to be when you was like real young so you can get used to how females going to act in general. But it starts when you're real young, bro, like 14, 15, 16. You know what I'm saying? Aaron, what's up, man?
I was gonna say I think popularity helps as well because I never had trouble getting girls or a girlfriend because I played sports and I did the
Yeah,
entertainment stuff.
popularity is a number one key too. Yeah, true.
So when you're popular, you is really almost like zero effort. You know what I'm saying? But I think what's devastating with that is kind of like what Rashawn was saying. Is like you're building the foundation in your adolescence. So what happens when you build that foundation in your adolescence that you're used to getting the girl whenever you want, and then those are the ones I feel like have trouble the most with rejection because some people were not, but people like that who have been accustomed to getting what they want, and then not. You know what I'm saying? It could be devastating for some people. So, for example, like I'm 53 now, and the dating pool for a 53-year-old man is way different than the dating pool when I was in my 30s and in my 20s. You know what I'm saying? Um, getting used to be called an unk and grandpa and all that other kind of shit, you know what I'm saying? It's just kind of weird for me because again, I'm used to getting the girls, but because I feel like my socio economic situation as a kid, like I didn't grow up with means, you know what I'm saying? So like I said, rejection was part of my foundation as well, you know. So at 53, if a woman tells me she's not interested, I'm not even offended. I give her a nice little greeting and look, and then I keep it moving. You know what I'm saying?
Dang, Aaron. I feel like it's always been since you were younger, bro. Handling that shit. Being able to handle that shit. You feel me?
Yo,
Mm.
right now there's a little. I don't know if y'all seen. It's either on TikTok or Instagram. There's this little white boy who's getting a shot at his doctor, and he's crying, and so he's got to be maybe 5 years old, six tops, and he's crying. He's like, "Yeah, baby, come on, do it now, do it now. Let's get this over with. Come on, baby." And he's crying, and then when she stuck the needle in, obviously it hurt him. He was like, "Oh yeah, baby, that's what I'm talking about, baby." And I was like, "Oh my
Aaron,
God,
what the hell are you talking about, bro? What
I
are you talking about?
I
What are you
swear
talking
to
about,
God,
bro?
I'm
What
gonna
are you talking
find it,
about?
bro.
Listen, listen,
Listen,
listen, listen, listen, listen, listen, listen. Can men and women handle rejection? Lou, thank you for coming up. Aaron, thank you for coming up. I don't know where we're going. I need to get back on the topic. Let's get back on the topic, bro. Kim, are you here? Are you with me? Kim, Senora, Ice, what we doing? Talk to me. Can
I'm here.
men and
Good
women handle
morning.
rejection? Talk to me.
I'm here.
Can we handle rejection? I felt like when I was younger, a little bit, but then it would pursue me to be like a little bit more persistent with the female, right? So because it's like, all right, if she's rejecting me, like, all right, what I got to do to, you know, go a little harder. So I feel like men can and women can. It just depends on where you are at the state of your life and if you can even handle it. Like if you were told no in the household, I feel like when your parents told you no, when your grandma told you no, when your grandpa told you no, you understood that. Now when you get in the real world, you'll understand no. I feel like it starts at the
I
house. What
think
do you feel
when we
like,
were
Senora?
young, I think when it was less internet, men handled rejection well. I don't think women ever handled rejection well, but men handled rejection well, because they actually had to go and not send a DM. You actually had to go up to the woman. So they had a lot of practice. Now with this internet technological error, I don't think men can handle rejection well.
I agree with that too. I agree with that. But no, females they never handle rejection well for sure. They'll be like, oh man, I feel like they shut down. I feel like men crash out and women shut down. You feel me? I don't know. What y'all feel about that? Women shut down when they get rejected, and men kind of like you see them kind of glitching and crashing out a little
Yeah,
bit. Like, damn,
yeah,
what's going on?
like I said, women internalize a man that they sexually attracted to not hitting on them as rejection. Like women live in a full delusion, and the more attractive she is, the way more that she's not okay with rejection.
Oh yeah, she feel like she can get anything she wants. She got all the options. But
Yeah,
if
if
you feel like you got all the options and I shoot you down, then what's that's gonna do to your
this what
pride?
they really can't handle when a man that pursued them because they was beautiful, and then he get to know him a little bit, and then he cut him off. He reject her for who she is. Oh, that's the scar right there. God
Yeah.
forbid.
That's a big one for Sean.
Go ahead, Ari. You want to come in? I'm gonna bring up Zoe right now so we can continue. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, and I was gonna say that's a big one. You know, when you leave her because of her behavior, her you know, once you get to know her and you realize I don't like you. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the worst part is like getting to know someone and then you realizing you don't like them. Like I remember going through that shit, in my younger years. It's like, yo, running into people that you don't like, that shit is trash, bro. Like you think you like, I think it's the lust. What do you think, Aaron? I think it's like the lust in the beginning parts and the stages and shit.
I think lust is a part of it. I think some people generally, you know, are looking for companionship. You know what I'm saying? And it's not just from the lustful, you know, aspect. You know, because me, honestly, it just depends on what kind of mood I'm in. You know, if I'm looking at a woman and you know she's got the physical attributes that I enjoyed, you know, looking at and wanting to have, then you know that's one thing. And whenever I saw women like that, I never really went after them anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just life, man. Sometimes I'll be on. When I'm on, I'm on. Like I have shit, 5, 10 women calling me at one time, wanting to hang out and go to dinner, and sometimes treat me to dinner. You know what I'm saying? And then there's times where I'll go 2 months and not get one phone call. You know what I'm saying? So it just really depends.
So you'll go that long without doing. So basically, if a woman could go that long without a phone call, she don't really give a fuck, bro. Let's
Absolutely,
keep it
and
100.
which is fine
Let's keep it
because
100, Aaron.
yeah, cause
Yeah.
we ain't in a relationship. She's not obligated to call me. She can call me once a year to say hi if she wants to. I don't trip on none of that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
No, check it out, man. Listen, women, a lot of beautiful women feel entitled to like certain men's attention, right? And not getting it, they feel a certain type of way, man. Stack, you know how many clubhouse favorites over the years that DM me or ask me like
In a
why
half
I don't
mile,
like
take
them,
exit 35
what's
for
my issue,
I-94
or
west
have
towards Chicago.
publicly been like somebody be like, oh yeah, you get everybody you want, to the young lady. She like, well, not everybody. There's guys that don't like me. And like, give an example, like Fashawn ain't never slid my back. Stack ain't never. Listen, beautiful women take a man
then
not
slight
hitting
right
on
onto the
them, hitting on
I-94
them
west ramp.
personally, and most of them will never say is that when women deal with internalized really, really different. Like men's rejection is real
Slight
public,
right onto the
right?
I-94
So
west
they
ramp.
have to deal with it at face value. Women rejection is
Yeah,
internal,
for sure, boy.
and that's where a lot of this male hatred come from, bro. Yeah, that's where a lot of this male hatred come from. This misandry come from. Some of these women be mad that the men that they be sexually attracted to
Damn,
don't be on their
that was deep.
head.
Aaron, that was deep. Lalita, if you guys are just joining, can men and women handle rejection? Ping the room out and share the room out. I just cracked it open. We'll probably stay here for a while, but let's get it in, man. I want to hear from Lou, Hash, Tati Head, Bag. What we doing? Zoe's here, Senora. Listen, can men and women handle rejection? I don't think so. I don't think so. I feel like when you're used to rejection, then yeah, okay, whatever. It's another one's coming. You got to have that mindset. You got to just brush it off. Let's talk about it. Let's continue this conversation. Who wants to take it next? Come in, snatch the mic. I'm gonna leave it popcorn for now, but you know, let's go.
Is it ever really rejection? They'll be back.
Oh, Zoe, that's what you said? Why would they be back, Zoe? Why do you feel like they circled the block after rejection?
Today you're not open to it, but you know where I'll be. And and then like when they hit you up, you doing anything? I'm like, oh, okay, now you want to play my game. And that's about it. I mean,
Well, play your game. Hold on. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by your game?
he's ready to play hardball. He's
Hardball is crazy, for Sean. Hardball is not.
because okay, there's been times where, oh, you okay, I'm a bit much, or I'm like, you're acting like you're scared, but you're not. You're not scared of me. You'll be back. And there always are. That's what I mean, where oh, he's like, oh, I know you might turn up. And I'm just like, I'm in it, like, I'm harmless. So the rejection part, uh, is, who cares about rejection? Are you scary? Um, who cares? That's how I see it. Most of these, well, I'm a woman, so I'm used to people just, okay, you say today, no, but we'll see. Time will tell.
So, who has any pushback for Zoe? What's going on? Are y'all spinning the block after rejection? Are y'all keeping it pushing? I feel like men, if y'all are used to, that's why I said you used to rejection. You don't spin the block. If you ain't down to play hardball, get off the court. Get off the court. Kim, are you with me today? Let me see where Kim's at. I don't know if she's available. Kim, Bag, what up, Bag? Talk to me, Kim. Whoever. Let's go. Jump in.
when it when it comes to it, like early on, I I never had a problem with rejection because I was a salesman. Like my daddy had me selling stuff, and I used to travel and sell T-shirts and all kind of stuff. Right, sell peanuts, sell different things. And so part of selling is you're gonna hear a lot of no's, right? But it's only the yeses matter, right? You can hear like if you're at a parade and you selling T-shirts for $10, you got 1,000 shirts, but it's 20,000 people there, right? You're gonna hear way more no's than you hear yeses, but only the yeses matter, right?
I like how you brought it to the sales part, Bag. Keep going, bro.
So I was used to that from a young age. I've been selling stuff since I'm 10, 11, 12. I was used to rejection. But when it got to the whole me shooting my shot and stuff like that, I'm kind of slow to do that because of the dynamic it creates. Like now I'm trying to prove myself. So I kind of, if I don't get choosing signals or she don't say something first, and I'm not gonna shoot my shot because I don't like being, you know, you shoot your shot, then she go on on the defensive, and then now it's like I ain't trying to. So it's better like when she choose you, then you just accept it.
So you saying you wait to get chose?
Yeah. So it just what I learned is all you gotta do if you're not getting chose, just keep leveling up till you start getting chose. But I don't think men should be aggressively shooting a shot and winning women over, right? Because when you win them over, You're usually paying way more than the dude she really like paid for the same, access. So trying to win her over is kind of, it's just not the best way to go about things. She don't already think you attractive, already kind of like you, then move around. And if nobody already like you, just focus on leveling up. Like, well, don't be chasing. Just level up and just be seen and level up, and they're gonna start choosing. They're gonna start hanging around you, lingering, starting random conversations with you, giving you compliments, and then those are all signals that, and then you can look at her and decide if that's somebody you want to talk to or not. But you ain't gotta outright reject, because a woman's not gonna outright most of the time like just go there with you. The most she might do is give you a compliment, and and basically just throw out the fact that she's single or this and that, and what she might just start random conversations talking about what she's looking for without even outright shooting a shot, and that's her shooting a shot. And you can either look at her and be like, nah, not my type, or you can look at her and be like, okay, and entertain it and go from there. It's you usually don't got to go through the whole, the whole. She not gonna drag your ass because she already showing she wants you, and then you can kind of tell her what it is, and she gonna usually accept whatever it is because she she competing for you, not instead of the other way around.
Um,
Guys, though.
the rejection I was speaking about is somebody that already messed with because I don't know random rejection. I was talking like people, two people that already have a history, and now he's like, "Oh, we done." I'm like, "Okay." So you say that type of rejection, meaning like, "Oh, we not going forward. Oh, this is too much." I'm like, "All right, good. It's too much. Go about your day." And months down the line, "Oh, I miss you. Are you available?"
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I feel like men love this game from hearing from Zoe. Like, y'all like playing, like, y'all like rejection. Like, rejection is not cool. I'm good. You know, you ain't feeling it the first go around, it's over. It's gotta go. You gotta move around, like Bag was saying. Level up, move around, go find something, go find your purpose on purpose or some shit. You know what I'm saying? But get out the way, go do some shit. You know, if you get rejected, find something to do. Go do something. A lot of y'all be stuck on this shit and stuck on bullshit. That probably ain't never gonna work out for you anyway. If it didn't flow, it wasn't meant to go. Let's go. Can men and women handle rejection? Yes or no? I want to continue this. Lou, Bag, Hash, Digital, Aaron, Senora, Kim, Lalita, Ice, for Sean. Let's continue this conversation. Can we handle rejection? Is the other side do one side get more like who gets more upset than others? Like, does it men or women that get more upset when they get rejected? Like, that's what I really want to know too. It's like who crashes out? Who's like, all right, fuck this shit. Let me flip over the table, just because I got rejected. Who have you seen more do it? Let's continue this conversation. The
I
floor's
think
open.
wo-
Let's go.
I think women because we're more expressive of our emotions. But I like what he has said. You know, when you get rejected, keep leveling up because that's a signal to change that present perceived value to people, right? So I definitely think it's necessary in the process, and relating it to sales was beneficial to me, 100%.
You see that, right? Ice. It was like I like how he brought in the sales part because it's like if you know from selling, not everybody's gonna like what you selling. Not everybody's gonna buy what you selling. Not everybody's gonna be your customer, right? So I like the fact you did it by that too, Bag. You know, because it's like that person ain't buying or that person ain't getting your product, man. Move around, man. Go to the next person. It's gonna be somebody else that's gonna grab or claw on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like one person might say no, you might get 20 no's, and then one person like give me 20 of them. So you might sell 20 to one person. So it's you don't care about the no's when you sell.
That's a fact. Kim, over to you. Let's continue.
Um, I think it's harder for women and girls just because of the way that we're kind of through life. groomed and brought up. Because if you think about when we're young, and I haven't been young in a long time, but when you're young, when a young girl gets rejected, her dad is there, coddles her. Oh, not my baby getting rejected. And your dad will usually try to fill in that gap and either correct it or replace it with something else to make it so that it's not so bad that you got rejected. Where I feel like when young boys get rejected, they're told that's life. Man up, handle it. Da 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 da. That's the way the world is. And so they have a better tools to handle the rejection. And then as we get older, and I can only speak on the women's side on this because I'm a woman, you have your friend groups, and you go out there and girl, how do I look? Oh, you look great, this, that, and everything else. And then our friend groups are there to kind of pump us up. And if you get dare you get rejected, what are your girls' first thing? Oh, that's his loss, and he don't know, and this, whatever. And it's always the guy's loss, the guy's fault. How dare he reject you? Now, I'm not privy to the men's conversation, so I can't speak on that side, but I can just say, I think about all of my friend groups over life in high school, college, as an adult woman, that when one of your girlfriends get rejected, you bring her into the circle. We all, pat her back and, oh, he's stupid. He doesn't know any better. It's his loss and he'll one day, you know, um, he will regret. Yes,
Realize
he
what you
will
missed.
realize and he'll regret. And so if you think about that over the culmination of your life, of all the coddling from your daddy to your girls and everything else, to me it seems to make sense why it's harder for us as women to handle rejection, because our whole lives we're kind of taught that we're it, and nobody should reject us. And so it just makes it harder when you actually get out in the world and you are rejected, to deal with it. That's just kind of
And you know what it is,
what
Kim,
my
too?
perspective
I
is.
feel like everyone is beautiful in their own way. So I feel where you're coming from for that, right? You got your friend groups. You're beautiful in your own way. Don't worry about right. But not everybody's going to accept your beauty. Not everyone's going to accept that. And I feel you on that. That's why I'm like, pat you on the back. It'll be okay. You'll be a champion another day. And for Sean was saying this earlier. For Sean, you remember what you was? Well, I don't think I remember if y'all was hearing him. He's in an Uber, but he was saying that most men get these resources and get the money and feel entitled to, the women, and then they be crazy butthurt about the rejection. Just because you got resources, just because you got the money, just because you got a couple tangible things that women want, doesn't mean that you're not gonna get rejected. Like, that's a fact. So ping this room up, share this room up. Let's go. I want to talk about this shit today. Kat, you already know why I'm doing this. This is crazy. This is something that's been on my mind for a while. So I'm passing it to you. Matter of fact, since you want to get up in the chat, Kat, where we at? Can we handle rejection? Can men and women handle rejection better? Which one? You tell me, Kat. What's up?
None of y'all can. No men, no women can handle rejection. Um, they can't be held accountable. How can they?
Wow, so you're
How
already
can they?
coming on here kicking the floor over. They can't be what?
Listen, I asked you why are you doing this. I asked first, and your response is very clear. So I'm gonna just let you know they can't be held accountable. Um, they 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 can't handle rejection because a lot of times they know what they're wrong for and they know what they lack of, and just hearing it from somebody or not understanding why, it's hard. So, but yeah, I want to hear what everybody got to say. I might have to add more to this.
Well, thank you for pulling up, Kat.
You're welcome.
IRL ladies with me. Thank you. Listen, can men and women handle rejection? AC, are you with me, my brother? Please, are you by your mic right now? AC, where you at,
Yo,
man?
yo, yo, what's
How,
up,
how you
bro?
feel about this, AC? This topic, man. Can men and women handle rejection? I want to continue to keep this conversation flowing, man. Any way you want
Can
to take it.
men
Let's go.
can men and women handle rejection? Honestly, man, I feel like men can handle rejection better than women. Honestly, that's just my opinion.
Okay, let's break it down then, AC. Let's break
I
it
feel
down.
like men are usually the hunters in the situation. So when you're hunting, you're kind of used to, maybe you catch your prey this day, maybe you don't catch it one day. So we're more adapt to dealing with rejection. But when women put themselves out there and they don't get picked and they don't get choose, I think it does something to them internally. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion.
That's what Kim was saying though, AC, about, you maybe you was taught in your friend group, nobody's ever gonna reject you. You're the best. Things smoking. And then when you get out there, you'll realize that you weren't the hottest thing smoking. You understand, AC? Like that's what Kim
Yeah.
was saying
Okay.
too.
Good. I'm glad a woman agreed with me because I didn't want to get attacked and stoned in here.
Um,
You know.
some people don't have worldly beauty or universal looks, or that you drop you anywhere, you're the best looking person. That is a rarity. Um, a lot of people have a carbon copy. Somebody look like you, or you're average looking.
What does that have to do with rejection?
A lot. Because if you're not the hottest and you were somewhere and in your hometown, you're an 8.5,
There are
and
plenty
then
of unhot people that move
no, I'm just saying if you're
very
getting
well in life.
rejected in your town,
I mean,
you're
you
the
could be
hottest, but you go somewhere else, there's more beautiful people than you. You don't stand out anymore. So that could be also another reason you're getting rejected. You're
But
just
that's life, though.
okay. You also could,
hot in your
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
town.
life. You're not going to be the
That's a part
most
of
beautiful.
rejections of why you would.
You're
Yeah.
not always going to be the most beautiful person everywhere you walk around. Like that, we have to make it make
No,
sense.
Right,
some
because you can
people
get
are
rejected because you're
universally
dumb.
beautiful. Some people are. Anywhere.
Well,
This right here is a
let's go.
prime example.
What's up? What's up, digital? I'm gonna pass it to Mamiya after the digital. What's up? Let's go.
This right here is a like I agree to what I think AC said earlier. Again, this is just my humble opinion. I don't think, this really starts when you a toddler. Like the first time you hear no from your parents, they start throwing temper tantrums and shit, and then your parents just give you what you want rather than actually like walking you through how to process that emotion. A lot of this shit starts with like parental um stages. So then as you get older, nobody really learns how to process that. So it takes time for you to learn rejection. So
I said that
Thank
earlier
you.
too, digital. Right, Lou, I'm gonna come to you. I said that right before you came in, digital. I said it starts at the house. It starts from your grandma, your dad, right? Them really instilling that no factor in you, so that way when you do get in the real world or you deal with relationships, it's not so hard on you. Over to you, Lou, and I'm gonna pass it to Mamiya.
No, I totally agree, man. Like he pretty much said everything I was gonna say. I was having lunch, and I've been listening to the conversation for a while. Young boys need to hear no more often in order to build those emotional callus to deal with and handle different situations in their life. Life is gonna say no. People are gonna reject you. A job offer might reject you in all different facets. But what happens is that you understand the ultimate goal. Somebody's gonna say no, but somebody else might say yes. Life isn't going to fall apart right there in that moment. So that's why I said that young boys who have that kind of emotional callous will be much more successful because they're not going to allow that to deter them from stopping getting what they ultimately want. They're just gonna move around.
Appreciate
Right.
that, Lou, for dropping
But,
that.
but
Andre, over to you, and can you pass it to Mamiya, please, after?
yes, sir. Hey, everybody. So I definitely agree with the men that they tend to handle rejection better than we are because of we're just not taught in some cases to accept rejection. But it's getting to where the men are also not being able to handle rejection. It could be, how they're doing sports now. Everybody makes the team. You're not selected by your athleticism. You're chosen because everybody makes the team. So when you start getting rejected, everybody plays, on the field. It's just this new thing that they're doing now that everybody gets to play. It doesn't matter if you're the best. It's because They allowed you to be on the team and everybody plays. So that is starting to make the men. I hate to call men soft. I really do. There is, y'all know what word I'm looking for. It's similar to soft, but it just makes them a little bit. Um,
Female like they got female tendencies. That's what you're trying to say, Andre. I get
I
it.
don't
She
want to
They
just
say
acting
wants
that
to
like some
either.
say
hoes.
weak,
They acting like some
I
hoes.
don't want to
You
say
acting
that
like some hoes. You say it. You
weak.
say it loud and proud.
Um,
I don't want to say that
and
either,
Acting
but you
like
know
some
it's
what I'm
hoes.
saying. It just
okay.
makes them,
It's okay.
they don't accept it the
But
way that
but
they used to be. And so therefore they're not out there trying to get it either because they're so afraid of the rejection that they do not pursue anymore either. So that's where the problem's coming in, that they're just used to, you know, giving it.
Getting turned
They
down.
want
They
that
used
guy
to it.
then.
they try. I
I
tend
just,
to.
sorry, go ahead,
No,
Lou.
go ahead. Yeah, you haven't spoken.
I just want us to stop lying today. Today is such a beautiful day. It's sunny outside. The weather is beautiful. We have to be real. Men have lost the art of talking, the art of approach, the gift of gab. Why you say? Oh, let me tell you. Because they don't like rejection, right? Um, all of that is null and void. Like men do not approach because they know. But there was a time where men would approach, where it was like, you know what? If she doesn't say yes, then she might say yes. You know what? I know and I am confident because that's again to what Stack said before, and I think it was um I forgot his name, digital. When you're raised a certain way, when you are around men and women, but when as a boy you are around men that show confidence and show how to approach, they're going to understand, and you're going to understand that you're going to fall a couple times before you get it. You get what I mean? But a lot of times these men are raised in a way where it's just like you shouldn't expect to fall. You shouldn't expect rejection. You shouldn't expect these things. That doesn't exist. So when it does happen, they fumble, and they fumble really hard. But if y'all want to lie and say men don't, they do good when they
Yeah,
have to.
Hey,
but
hold
Kat,
on.
those ones that have like those type of helicopter parents who kind of create a cushion for them. You know what I'm saying, to kind
Or
of
no parent.
avoid from them or no parent. That's it.
wanna
It-
I wanna I
like in
wanna
both
come off
aspects.
and
Come
disagree
on, bro.
altogether with what she just said, because it's not, guys don't want to, like, they didn't lose the gift of gab. It's the ridicule that comes behind the rejection with today's women. Like, oh, you a sexual predator, let's file for sexual harassment, or that nigga thirsty, or and so forth. It has nothing to do with guys losing the gift of gab.
Uh oh. Uh oh, cat. Uh oh.
They absolutely have lost the art of gift of gab. Men don't approach, and a man that walks with confidence and knows he will approach. But a lot of times they understand they understand the body language. A man that knows the gift of gab knows how to approach properly. He understands the body language. If she ain't for me, she not gonna look at me. If she ain't for me, she's not gonna respond a certain way. I won't push and add and do too much because I know how to approach a woman. Yes, men have
You
lost
know,
the art of gift of gab.
you know what? This is
Hi,
a
Mumia.
and I, hello.
Mamiya, let's go, bro.
Yeah, this is not how it works, people. You know what's fascinating to me, and it's not just a clubhouse thing, although it is on Clubhouse. I never hear black people say, you know what, man, I met my wife at in my MBA class. I met my husband, in dentistry school. I met my husband in journalism class. I met my husband at homecoming. I met my wife at the Delta Sigma Theta boat race. You never hear that. It's always the gift of gab, serendipity, cold approaching. Why is that? Why is
But
that?
Mumia, that's how isn't that
Why
when
is that?
you meet somebody in school, in networking, the approach is there. The men that that is already there. I think a lot of time when people do talk about how that was that happened, the meeting in college, the meeting at a social event, it's how he approached you. It's how also you gave or you sent the message that you are open, you have openness for approach.
Right.
Yeah,
So
Mamiya, man. Oh, go ahead, brother.
yeah. But all the records show us, all the data shows us, A, assortative mating is real. B, it's most robust among the most educated Americans, including black ones. C, people tend to meet mates that they already know, that they go to school with, go to church with, hang out with, work with. Well, that's pretty much been obliterated with me too, and there's evidence to show that. But nevertheless, before that came along, you met on a job. So in other words, you didn't do a cold approach. You already knew each other in some type of capacity. Um, but that's not really talked about in black love circles. It's always a thing of you strangers. It's always, and that's the least effective way to mate. And I'm just wondering why that is. Why is that? Why do we focus on the least effective way to do something? Why is that?
Yeah,
Why don't we focus
yeah,
on the most effective way?
yeah.
Mamiya.
Why don't
But
we do
we
that?
don't. Yeah, we don't. That's a misnomer. You're confusing proximity with knowledge. Just hold on. Somebody got to mute up because your background sound crazy.
I think that's Mamiya's background.
Yeah,
Or
yeah. So thank you, Ken. So that's a misnomer, brother. We can't confuse or conflate proximity with knowing somebody. Do people date in proximity, whether it's a cold approach at the club or somewhat of a cold approach or a soft approach at work? Typically, just because you have some instances where people are dating at work and they might have some type of relational experience with each other, they don't know of each other, they're aware of each other, they're in a work environment, they may see each other regularly and are forced to deal with each other. Same thing can happen at the club or social life. People come across each other a lot in these social circles and not necessarily know each other and finally decide to speak to each other. The same skills that you need to cold approach somebody that you don't know is the same skills you need and social skills you need to engage with somebody that you've been around. Having charisma and being charismatic and being confident and being well spoken and be able to carry conversation and being able to listen well, these are skills that men and women, but men specifically have to have, whether they are at work, in their friend group, or just met somebody in person. And those things is what qualifies a man's skill and his ability to be confident in these scenarios. And when you talk about why we don't talk about college, I think we do, or these common spaces, we do. I met my ex-wife in college. I was also the most popular student in at my university for like 3 years, right? Everything that we're talking about, it plays an effect on how a person is perceived. We had proximity, we had common interest, and I had status. She had youth and beauty, and we both had a future that had something. We had complete competition. I was competing with every other man on my level or above, and she was competing with every other woman on her level or above. So let's not delusion ourselves with this idea that we're not talking about all of the game. It's all relevant.
Well, what's interesting about that, Fashion Vega, is that studies have shown that most couples, the wife wasn't really crazy about the husband. I think the number is extremely high. It's like in a low 70% range. That the wife wasn't all that impressed with the husband when they first got together. It was his persistence that won her over. I just want to throw that out there.
Well, then,
Yeah, but let's talk about that. Let's talk, because funny. I think you seen. I just posted all this morning a bunch of content. Like, unfortunately, the data is true. That also matches the amount of women who leave their husbands or cheat. I said it every day on this app. One of the worst things to do as a man is be tolerated by your woman. You should never be her second choice. And yes, most men are, especially married men. It's very uncommon to come across a married man that is his wife's first choice. So if we're using it as a barometer of fact, then it is, but it also points to the fact that we need to change something, men specifically, right? Because that's not a good place to be in. You should never. So you don't ever want to be in a position you're trying to convince somebody to accept you or like you, because you gonna pay heavily and the price gonna go up. Yesterday's price is not today's price for your wife, and that's why you've never heard a man say I left my wife because I outgrew her. And what's crazy is men literally outgrow their women. Men literally outgrow women, and you've never heard a man leave his woman because he outgrew her. But that's a many women's excuse for leaving or divorcing a man, is because she outgrew him, and you listen to what she explains, and it's be like she just wants something different. It's because she was never sexually attracted to him in the first place. But he bust his ass. He bust his ass. He did everything he could to give her the life she said she wanted, because he thought that it was shit that she wanted, and it was really just some hism.
In Black
If
America, the
I
number
can,
one reason for divorce is
Yep.
financial.
if I can say something real quick to that, and I'll make it quick, like a minute. Um, Based on all that, there was a black man, arguably probably the most prestigious black man I've ever met in my life, that I could say is a mentor that I met when I was in the service. And he broke it down to me and basically said, once you start living life based on purpose rather than pleasure, you'll get a much different result. When we talk about things like that, like men outgrowing a women or women outgrowing a husband, whatever the case may be, those couples that you see doing that, but they're still together, majority of the time it's because in their marriage is purposeful, not pleasureful. They know that out of everybody else that they coexist with, this person right here is the most beneficial for them and their family's legacy and their child. They know that this person has a certain level of educational prowess. It's a purposeful thing, not a pleasureful thing.
That's why I tell a lot of people go find their purpose on purpose, man. I said that shit right before. I was telling you, digital. I'm gonna keep saying it, bro. Find your purpose on purpose, so that way when you get into these situations, it's not gonna be hard to accept this shit. Oh man, I got rejected. So the fuck what? Move on. What the fuck?
Ain't no
You know what I'm
other
saying? What up, T?
way.
What we doing?
Peace, Stack. How are y'all? Good afternoon or good day, good morning. I don't know what time it is over there, but hey, y'all. Hey,
What's
Peace,
going
peace,
on? Let's
peace.
go.
Pastor Mimosas.
Louise.
Yeah, hey
Hey,
T.
what's up, P?
When we first opened the
You
room, I
breaking
said a
up?
lot of things, but I said something that most. Damn, you can't hear me now. What about
You
now?
were kind of in the matrix a little bit. Is that
Can you hear
me,
me?
y'all?
No, it's him. I think he's
What
He
about
traveling.
me?
on the it's him. He on the road right now, so it'll cut in and out. But you'll be able to hear him for the most part.
Am I audible?
Now you are.
Yeah, bro. I can hear you.
Yeah. Uh, yeah. T. Before you came in, when the room first opened, when he first changed the title, I said a few things, and it's something I think a lot of women not really able to deal with, which is, women deal with rejection internally and very different. Like a lot of women deal with the fact that the man that they want to holler at them or hit on them, the man that they sexually attracted to, often a lot of women might find themselves in a situation where he's not pursuing her, and it might be because he's afraid of rejection, but sometimes, and a lot of times, it's just that he's not interested. And that's something that women privately deal with. Men don't get to experience that side of women because y'all don't typically, and I say y'all, I'm just saying women in general because you're a woman, but I know you're not experiencing this, but a lot of women experience the fact that men that they want to holler at them, don't do so. And that's a form of rejection that almost never gets acknowledged. And I think because a lot of women don't have know how to choose, like signal choose. So like some women will give every man the same smile, but she might be feeling a different way when she do it to the certain man, and he don't know that she's like letting him know that it's safe to approach her. And because it's internal, a lot of women are walking around with frustration with men that they don't want because the man that they do want not hitting on them.
It's crazy. It's
Hmm.
crazy work.
So first, I don't know why the assumption that I've never experienced that before. I've definitely experienced it once before. My
Hey,
version of
what?
my version my version of rejection. Two, I think it's false that a woman gives every man the same smile. Like, no two men get the same experience, the same smile, the same anything from a woman. Like, no two men are the same. So how would it be possible for them to get the same smile, the same energy, the same reaction, the same anything? I think that's a common misconception. But um
No, no, T,
otherwise, I
that's not what I
agree
was
with
saying.
most of
I
what you
said
were
sometimes.
saying.
No, T, I'm saying
Okay.
sometimes a woman don't know that she might think she's flirting, and she'll do, and her saying she'll have the regular face across the board sometimes, and
Wait,
she think because she
sorry,
feels
go back
different
10
about that
seconds.
look that
You
it
went
is
into the
different.
matrix again. She might think she's flirting, and then
Yeah,
what?
but like she might do something that she think is flirting, but it's like it's something that's not a flirting signal, but she feel differently about it. And I'm not saying that's always. I was saying sometimes that's the case.
You ain't lying, because I suck at flirting.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. It's like you can look at a dude and be like, damn, he fine, and you just looked at him and you feel because you got the bubbly, the butterflies. You think he know that, and it's like it's just a regular, smiling eyes to him.
Yeah, no, I don't even flirt with men that I like. I I don't like I don't. They gotta show me they like me. The only time I might crush a little bit, but I don't pursue dudes. Like I'm not I haven't been. I'm not gonna say that I don't, because who knows? I'm trying new things these days, but I've never been the type of woman to shoot my shot at a man. That's just never been my thing. And I can't say that it is, even in this quote unquote new season, this transitional season, this transformational season, this trying new things season. I still don't think that I would. But yeah, to your point, yeah, some of us we may think that, we're dropping a hanky, but he's not noticing that you're dropping a hanky because you just not that's not your thing, a lot of I mean women aren't I don't think it's natural for women to pursue men. That's just my personal opinion. um I don't think it I mean, because of the way the world is set up now, I can understand why men might feel safer if a woman pursues them. However, I think it's all about alignment, and I do think that, like, the men that I like will step up and put their big boy pants on and do what they need to do. But I can understand why guys are preferring women to pursue them still. But yeah, nah, not my thing. I ain't about to be dealing with and I'm gonna be honest, no, I don't think that I can handle rejection, because even the one time that I handled my version, it wasn't even like outright rejection. I just rejected myself because I didn't like what I was getting. It didn't feel familiar to me. It didn't feel like what I'm used to as it relates to how men show up when they're interested. So I kind of was like, yeah, nah, I'm good. I'm taking my ball and I'm going home. Um, but yeah,
Wow, if you guys are just joining, we're talking about can men and women handle rejection. Share the room out and ping the room out for me, please. God damn, for Sean. We already kicking the table over. If you have not joined Gender Wars, cash the pink ticket in ASAP. If you guys have not joined Media Mentors, I'm gonna be going in there in a few with a few entrepreneurs, and we're gonna be doing some business topics, right? So that way we can get people to the next level when it comes to passive income, social media, and different things like coming on podcast shows and shit, right? But right now we talking about this in here. I think this is what, like, Gender Wars episode number 6 or something, going on all platforms. But I want to continue this with you guys. Share out, ping out. I want to hear from you. I haven't heard from Animal. I haven't heard from Double O's. I heard from Sevens of Fairy, Skip, Phil. Damn, it's a lot of y'all on stage now. Look, let's continue this conversation. Can men and women handle rejection? Who handles it better? Let's continue. Let's dive in. The floor is open, popcorn style. I gotta hop on a call in a few, but continue this conversation though. Let's go.
No handle is better.
hey, y'all used to it. Go. Wait, say it
Yeah,
again.
I
I'm
said
sorry. I
men
didn't see
handle
you coming off. Go
rejection
ahead,
better because
redacted.
even when it doesn't come to women, recreationally, a lot of the things that men engage in, um, kind of um, kind of engages in a certain amount of rejection. Like they play basketball, you get knocked out, it's next. A lot of the things that men do, even if they're like playing video games, it's like, all right, you have to give up the control if you lose. So a lot of the things that men do revolve around failure and then having to try again. Uh, I don't think women usually do that a lot. Um, Even when they fail, their friends will tell them that they're beautiful, but men get told, "Hey, man, be better next time." So men keep on doing stuff, so they're better at it.
Let me. I want to remind y'all something that happened about 10 years ago. Stack. I don't know if you remember. T. You might remember because it happened in New York, right? And it, something had happened. It was when women start talking about how they were being harassed and how they started redefining what harassment meant and what was okay and not okay for men to do with women in public. And women are still kind of talking about this in a certain way. And what it was, I don't know if y'all remember, but it was a video of a girl putting like a GoPro on her backpack, and she walked around New York all day, and it was basically saying she was getting hackled, like, harassed by men. And the video was used to try to say men were bad. And if you watch the video, about 95% of the video was very respectful, and all she was doing was getting compliments from random men. And there was a few hecklers, and when there was some dudes in there saying some wild stuff, but that was only like 3 to 5%. And after that, and this before the Me Too movement, so this predicated the Me Too movement. And this is this was the onslaught of women saying that they don't like men approaching them in public or talking to them in public. And what came out of this is what I realized after that: you had the Me Too movement, and then you had women talk about where it was okay for men to approach them. You had no concise idea where men could approach women. It was like, you can't approach a woman at a gas station. You can't approach her at Whole Foods, or you can't approach her here. You can't approach her at the gym. And then other women, you can't approach me here, but you can't approach me there. And what I see men do socially in America is like, all right, it's no concise idea on where you can approach a woman, so we just gonna back off because some women were saying, don't approach a woman, only deal with women in your social group, right? So that became a weird thing. And then now you have women complaining, it's like, oh, we don't get approached no more. And it's like, you told niggas not to talk to you nowhere unless he already was in community with you. And what we realized that was, women don't have a problem with being hit on. They feel assaulted by a man that they not attracted to, giving them a compliment or trying to hit on them. So this, I mean, I'm gonna tell you the truth, that this is women's fault. Women in
Oh
America.
shit! So you blaming it on women? Let me get my sister Diego up here. You
Hey,
blaming who? You
absolutely.
blaming who?
Gender wars. Gender wars. Women messed up in 2015 telling men that they didn't want to be hit on nowhere, and then get mad at them saying, "Oh, we not getting hit on," and then not being honest, like, "Oh, I feel attacked when a man I'm unattracted to hits on me," because they was calling it harassment. For someone to be harassment, it has to be repetitive after you've informed somebody not to do something. And they was calling men just hitting on them harassment. And if you think about the psychology stack, women feel attacked by ugly niggas.
Oh shit! So it's like, oh yeah, for sure. Hold on, hold on. I don't want that to go over their head because it's like, damn, why is this? Is this my value? Is like, this what you think about me, right, Fashawn? That's what I've seen, bro. It's like when ugly dudes approach them, like, this is what the universe is bringing me. Like, this is what you think. Damn, bruh. Continue. Let's go.
No, I want to hear the women
Yeah, that shit
argue that.
crazy. Yo, who's coming in next, man? Can women and men handle rejection well? Diego. Matter of fact, I mean, this is Diego. She's ready to kick some shit over. Sister, are you ready to kick this shit over?
I
What are you
I
doing?
just got here, Stack. I don't
Nah, we ready to
know.
kick shit.
Okay, so without hearing anything in regards to the conversation, I'm gonna say no. Men and women cannot handle rejection well.
Ooh.
I still believe men handle rejection better than women because they're out there doing the pursuing, and most women will not pursue a man that they're interested in, even if they are extremely interested in that guy. So women definitely can't handle rejection because they're not used to being rejected. Society basically tells them they should just kind of be accepted for being women. So short answer.
Wow. No, 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 no,
so
no, no, no,
sh-
no, no. Because Kim said this earlier. Kim said that sometimes it's your friend groups, Diego, that, oh yeah, girl, you're the best thing smoking,
Yeah,
and
Kim
da,
is
da,
on
da,
point.
right? Yeah,
Kim
and
is on
then
point because if there's one thing women are gonna do is give you another, like, is give you a self like inflated ego, right? Unnecessarily at that. So a lot of women's homegirls will not tell them, "Hey, my good sister, you look a fucking mess." They're not gonna say that. So a lot of women, and I
why
always say, I've
why
been
they be
saying this for
lying though, Diego? Like, let's keep it 100.
because
Dudes
it
keep it
make them
100.
look better. It makes them look
Mm,
better.
okay,
It makes them look
okay.
better. So if I bring my ugly friend with the crooked teeth, I look better. You understand? Like I look a little better. My shoes shine a little better when my crooked teeth ugly friend come.
Hey Diego.
Um,
Hey,
I
wait, I'm
came
gonna
in
just say
just
this.
in time to hear Diego say
Yo,
that.
Diego. So
hey, hey,
I'm gonna
hey,
just
Thank you.
land right here. Wait, let me just say this last part. One thing I always say is that women can go their entire lives not knowing they're undesirable. And your friends will not let you know that you're undesirable because 9 times out of 10, they don't know either. And there's a difference between being desired for a Friday night and being desired like for more than that, right? Like for commitment. But a lot of women will go a long time. I mean, decades. Me and Fashawn laughed about it the other day. Women will go decades not knowing that they are undesirable for marriage. And then they're in their 40s, stumped, dazed, confused, trying to figure out what the fuck happened because I was hot shit back in the day. I'm a land right there.
decades. Hey Diego.
wait, Diego coming in kick it. Wait for Sean. She come and kick shit over. This is why I want her to come up here. Kick that shit over, Diego.
Hey,
Go ahead.
hey, hey Diego. Women don't give other women advice. They give them permission.
Oh, that's true. They
Mm.
gonna validate any bad decision you make. It's true. It's true.
Stop letting your friends validate your bad decisions. Kim, can you come back in and reiterate that before Mamiya comes in? Mamiya, I'll pass it to you right after Kim. Kim, are you still here? Can you say what you were saying about like the friend groups and maybe the women are like coddling the other women, right? Instead of telling them the truth. Over to you, and then Mamiya's coming in
Oh,
after.
okay. Yeah. Yeah, I was just saying it as girls and women, um, most of our lives we are coddled. It starts from a young girl. Um, when you do get rejected or whatever, your dad is there to fill in the gap. And he will either replace or substitute whatever your rejection is. And I just speak for that because my parents are together, and I grew up in a nuclear home, and that's what I experienced. And then once you started going to elementary school and going to middle school, and you get your little friend groups, your girlfriends, Diego was right on. They are your confidence outside of your body, because how dare any man reject my girl? Like, does he not know your value? That's his loss. He'll regret it one day, whatever. But you are all that in a bag of chips, girl. Don't let nobody tell you any different. We do. It is, you know. I sit here at the, ripe age of 53 and think about that and how self-sabotaging that has been over the years. Um, but that's what we do. And it's just our nature to pump our girlfriends up. And it translates out to not being able to handle rejection, because how dare you tell me that I'm not all that in a bag of chips when my homegirls here in the group chat have all confirmed that I am all that in a bag of chips. Um, yeah, that's I don't know how to change. I don't know if it ever will change, but it just kind of is the reality for women. And not all women. I mean, maybe some women have some don't have, because that I see a trend where now people are saying, women don't have friends, and that's okay. And I mean, maybe that is okay for them. And so maybe that's changing it, but I don't know if that's even a great change or not, but I'm just speaking on my experience and what I have seen over my lifetime.
Thank you for that, Kim. Mamiya, over to you, brother. I seen you coming in right before that. Go ahead.
Yeah, this pardon my I got a big fan in the background, so y'all might be hearing that. Anyway, so I think this is more of a and I'm this is the first time I'm saying this, but this is like more of an internet thing. The idea, and I'm going to focus on the male side of it. The idea that we have a rash of guys that can't handle rejection. Okay, so Let's put it to the acid test. So we are a country trending toward 350 million people, maybe like 335, something like that. Okay, so this is July. So about 2 months ago, America every year has a ritual known as senior prom, right? And senior prom, we don't overtly think of it this way, but senior prom really is our way of saying you are now a sexual adult. It is your basically your debut as an adult, right? You graduate high school, right? And for those that head on to college, that's kind of like training wheels for adulthood. You live away from home, you're on the college campus, you might smoke a couple of doobies, hit a couple of keg parties, have some wild sex here and there, it seemed like a good idea at the time. You do the perk walk thing, all that's what it is, right? So for guys, part of the senior prom ritual is, you gotta, kind of go across the way there and ask and chat up the ladies and ask for a prom date. Now let's think about this for a minute. Are we really saying that tens of millions of boys can't handle being turned down for senior prom? Is that what we're really saying here? Seriously? I mean, I'll give you the one-offs. Guy flip out or whatever, guy go in his room, he don't want to come out for days. Yeah. But to scale, we're talking tens of millions of boys growing up to become men can't handle being turned down by a girl for the prom. Is that what we're really saying here?
Some of them can't
Yeah,
handle it, and some can. It depends on how they've dealt with rejection in being raised. Again, things have changed where everybody is accepted on the team, right? So they're not used. Some of them are not used to rejection, but there are some that are. There are some that are just choosing that. Hey, I don't want to take sand to the beach. You know, so they go anyway by themselves. But there are some that can't handle it. Yes, ma'am.
yeah, man, that's absolutely the case. One of the most anxious moments for a young man in his life in high school is going to homecoming, asking the girl to go to homecoming and prom. Absolutely, that's not even up for debate.
On a scale of tens of millions.
Yes, on a scale of tens of millions.
If you should treat others the way you want to be treated. So when you're dealing with that rejection aspect, if you are approaching a girl and to ask her for the prom date, then she should be able to reject or deny that with how she would like to be treated, because everyone can be put in that position at- on any level. I wanted to say that as,
Yeah, but the
as
point
far as
is
that is
the
concerned.
point being presented is that in general, it's men or young men or boys who are about to become men. They're being
Mhm.
primed for that rejection. So men are primed for rejection well before entering adulthood, like full adulthood and manhood. As men, as boys, we are primed for rejection. You know what I'm saying? So
Uh,
and this is the
Well,
thing. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna add to that and say that, but that's the thing where you treat others the way you want to be treated, even though males are.
Yeah. So you see, so darling, you're adding, like you're presenting a variable that is different. Like it's when you're talking about treat how
When it
you want to be
comes to
treated,
like a,
et cetera, et cetera. Unless I beg your pardon.
yes. So when you, as a woman, when you, if you want, if you're not feeling the guy and you don't want to go to the prom with the guy who's been prone, and raised to
No, no.
accept
But when we're
rejection,
talking about
you
prom,
still have
hold
a
on, darling,
responsibility.
darling, hold on. Prom and homecoming, those are not fully grown men and women. Those are young men and women. To some extent, they're still girls and boys, right? And the
Right.
premise
Hmm.
is that those events generally are preparing mostly men, those who are going to become men. The boys that are going to become men are always are being prepared, right? They're being prepared for rejection. So when we're
I
talking about
understand that.
once a man is a man, we're not in high school anymore. You're out in the world, right? You somewhat quote unquote independent. You being
Hmm.
rejected by a woman is something you can easily brush off your shoulder because you've already been
It
primed
is,
from
and
it
that's why.
since high school. Women
Mhm.
or girls have not, they're generally not prepared for that shit. That's why women's game sucks.
No,
Why do you think when we're talking about a man's game, right, it's a different ball game compared to a woman?
yeah, I understand that, and that's why I was speaking to the point of it doesn't matter with that rejection. If you treat that person the way you would want to be treated, and that okay, me and you asked me to go or whatever the situation is, and then I reject you, and I'll say no. First of all, there's levels to that rejection. You can look at it as a rejection. That is the bottom line. That's what it is. But the way that I talk or communicate that to you would be how I would want someone to treat me if I was in that situation, if I was the person pursuing or asking. So that's one of the miscommunications that I'm trying to point out in terms of how the guy deals with the rejection. There are different levels, and he's going to deal with it according to how she or whoever he's, you know, propositioning, he's gonna receive that the way that she delivers it. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Yes, she has a right to reject you. If she's not feeling you, she doesn't want to go, she doesn't have to go. What you're saying is like there's no alternative because we're gonna hurt their feelings. Well, she has a choice and that needs to be considered. She may say, I'm not feeling you, I don't want to go with you. I got my eyes on somebody else or whatever. But that does not mean that men, whoever that recipient is, should be prepared for rejection, not just in dating, but in getting a job and all of that. It's not just isolated to men and women and gender roles. That preparation for rejection is something that is for lifespan. And yes, we do need to prepare our men for that type of rejection. We need to prepare humans for that because humans have preferences. And so you're not going to get that reaction or response from everybody that you approach or that you proposition. So it would be in your best interest to be prepared for such rejection, first of all. Second of all, a woman doesn't know how to accept a compliment. I heard someone say something earlier. A real woman, sometimes you could say, and you're trying to approach her a proposition or you want to ask her out to do this and the other. And you said I heard the scenario. Five of them were respectful, and maybe three of them were howling or acting a fool or whatever. The thing with that is, some women, period, do not know how to accept a compliment or accept or know how to react to that kind of proposition, and so it will come off like, hey, she rejected me, or she's feeling like they harassing her because she doesn't know how to accept that. Look, baby,
All
you
right, all
are the
right, all
center of
right, all right,
attention
all
right
right,
now.
all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. I
Oh,
interject.
it's time for me to shut
I
up. Thank
interject.
you.
Yes, yes, yes.
Well, thank you
We
for
have to
letting me
move this
speak. I
plane
appreciate
around
it.
now. Yes. People in the chat are saying that you're losing them. You're losing it. Please, let's get back to what we're talking about. For Sean, Kim, Andrea, Mamiya, Layla, Jay, Diego, Salma, Lou, Bag. Yo, I appreciate all y'all for coming through. Mike, Black, Tari, Skip, right? All y'all are on stage. I want y'all to continue this conversation. Ping the room up, share the room up so we can allow more people to see Gender Wars so that way they can come in here and maybe have some heated debates. It's going right on the podcast so you guys be able to listen to the replays offline so I can be able to monetize, right? I appreciate you guys. Let's continue this conversation. Can men and women handle rejection well? Let's not be too long-winded here. I want everybody to get to talk. Bag, over to you, and then let's pass this shit up, man. Let's go.
Okay, I was listening to the lady. She was talking about, I guess, like rejecting somebody nicely. I think being rejected nicely is worse than just being, rudely rejected. If a woman reject me and she be like, well, I just like you, but I don't see. I would feel worse than if she said, you ain't shit. That's why. I would like the rude rejection better because it would make me not like her too. You know what I'm saying? And at least it would be like, oh yeah, I dodged a bullet. Then like it's just not my type or something like that, and I feel worse. So just say nah, nigga, get away from me. That's that's a better rejection to me.
Lou said we're doomed. Why are we doomed, Lou? What's up, bro? Why you feel like we're doomed, man? What's up?
Because he's too focused on, the 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 emotional aspect. Like, can you reject me nicely? That doesn't really correlate in anything in life, to be honest with you. Like you just gotta move around. And sometimes, to be honest with you, when you get rejected as a man from a woman, it's not you, bro. Sometimes it's just the wrong timing, man. Sometimes it's just like something happened 15 to 20 minutes ago or an hour ago before you showed up that changed the entire motor
So
dynamic, and
Lou, you
she's
telling
not
them don't
trying to
take it
hear it.
so hard. You telling don't take it
Yeah,
so
don't take
personal.
that shit
Yeah.
so personal. I see dudes like take that like to the heart, and I'm like, why? You know what I'm saying? Like that person doesn't owe you anything. You know what I'm saying? But I bet you if you keep that same type of energy, like the next person that walks in 15 minutes later, they'll be probably more receptive of you. So I don't understand why dudes have to carry that kind of jacket on them.
So
Hey,
let me
hey,
ask
can
a
I add on a
question.
variable very quickly? Oh, my
I
bad,
just want
Diego. My bad,
I
Diego.
just
Yeah,
want
yeah.
no, it's
Go ahead,
okay. I just want
Diego.
to ask a question to the men really quickly. So, do you want to know why you're rejected? Like, if you're out, you're dating, let's say you're still, looking for someone, and you're being rejected by women, do you want to know the reason they're rejecting you, or do you not care?
Just
No.
be rude. Just be rude. I don't need to know the reason to it. Just be like, hell no.
No, no, back. Hold on, man. I think you needed to listen to what Diego was saying because, bro, everybody knows that you want to listen to constructive criticism so you can get better, my bro. You understand? So, Diego, I like the fact you said that, and then you'll see when some people just want to, you know what I mean? Like, why wouldn't you want to know so that way the next time you do make that approach, you're on point and you're better, right? So,
Nah,
come on, bro.
nah.
You got to just think
I,
about some of
I
these
agree
shit
with
sometimes.
I
Go ahead,
agree with
Stefan.
him. I agree with him. Why would you want to know? Because every woman ain't the same.
Man.
Every woman don't take the same approach. So
Still,
why
you can
would you
still
want to know
take
why
that
you
with
got
a grain of
rejected, and then
salt.
you learn
You
something
can
from
take
that
that with a grain of
situation,
salt,
and then you
Seven.
take that to the
You
and
take
then you
that,
take that to the next
Seven.
woman, and she don't even like that part.
Seven. You take that with a grain of salt, bro, because it could be a universal problem too. It can. It ain't just probably just that woman, bro. It could be something that could be a repeated problem
Nah,
too.
bro.
So
What's
keep your
what's
mind open,
what's
bro.
what's and who is for you is for you. If it's not for you, then they will reject you. That's
So,
the end all
so,
be all.
so, so there's that element in it. So like when I was younger, like in my early to mid 20s, like if a woman rejected me, I would ask them straight up. I was like, what is it about me you don't like? Blah 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? Like in order to like gauge, because yeah. So back in the day, I did want to know. Right now, I don't want to know because from back in the day, when I wanted to know, she's telling me, oh, because of X, Y, and Z, da 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 da. So based on the character and their behavior, right, I know what to expect, right? If I'm approaching this kind of woman, I know what to expect from that. So right now, I don't need to. I don't fucking need to know that shit. But when I was younger, I did. I needed to know as much as it might have influenced or impacted my self esteem. I used to, carry myself in a type of way like, yo, so what you mean, no, whatever, blah, blah, blah. You got, et cetera, et cetera. So it's different. So even how a man takes rejection. Again, this is going back to how men take rejection. Like the dudes that be spazzing out when they're rejected by women, I don't think those are fully emotionally developed men at the end of the day.
Yeah, but they're the outliers, though. I mean, why do we keep giving like I said before? I mean, we don't have tens of millions of boys using the senior prom analogy. We don't have tens of millions of boys every year in American life spazzing out. I mean, do we have the one-off guy? Yeah, sure, I'll grant you that. You every so often you get a guy go off the rails. Okay, fine. But as a general rule, I'm sorry. Every springtime, you don't have a whole bunch of boys across the United States just going off the rails. I'm sorry, that just doesn't happen. It just doesn't. And I'm wondering why we're giving so much weight to the relative handful. Now, of course, the United States is a big country, but you get my point here. The relative handful that do. Why? Why? Why is that?
Damn, they silent, Mamiya. I don't know.
I have to
Come on,
agree
Leia.
with him. I have to agree with him. Like I think like we're taking like a small number of situations, right, and making it the majority, right? I think it speaks to the topic we were talking about the other day, like where women think they can say and do whatever they want, and then a man isn't going to react, right? So I would also ask, like, how did that conversation go? Were you respectful to the person when you rejected them? Is that why he snapped out? Maybe you were not like maybe you kind of asked for him to spouse out. Not saying it's right. I'm just saying like we don't know the whole situation. We only have one side of the situation, and I would agree with Mumia like 100% that this is not the majority of situations that we're seeing. We're just seeing a very loud minority here.
Now, what I will say about this is this. Um, I think that in Black American life, it's not written down or anything like that. This is nothing academic. This is just my own kind of spitballing. So in Black American life, there is a kind of expectation if you're a black man, the kind of weather, the sassiness, the snappiness of a number of black women. You know, your ability to kind of take it in stride is seen as kind of like a litmus test of your mettle as a guy. Um, and I think that there are some black men who kind of fall outside of that. Their rejection, their sensitivity to rejection may be higher. They may have a different psychological or psychometric profile, and they may not want to engage. I noticed that in Black American life, even if you're not the type to spaz out, so to speak, if you just don't want to engage, that's seen as catastrophic, right? If you're a brother just today, listen, I just don't want to be bothered. Why? Why not? Why don't you want to be bothered? Why don't you approach? It's like if you don't want to be bothered, that's seen as a problem. So it's kind of like a mission creep of the rejection thing. So it starts out with the guy who's spazzing out or whatever. Okay, fine. We all agree that's a bit much. But then it starts to creep over to the guys who say, I just don't want to be bothered. And that becomes a problem. And I think the reason why is because of a cultural expectation that brothers are kind of expected to take it in stride. Women's kind of giving you some resistance and that sort of thing. And I think that there are brothers who just want to pass on that. So
No, no. So when wait. Let's bring this into picture, right? If we look at back in the day, right, before all this social media, before we had cell phones and everything, when we hear the stories about our elders, so to speak, how they used to pursue each other. At one point, oh yeah, she rejected him, but he remained consistent. You know what I'm saying? Like he remained somewhat chivalrous and all that good stuff. So I think that's something that has been lost in the sauce to some extent. If you really look at it, is that the notion of even quote unquote pursuing a woman, has kind of it's out the window. So that's where this notion of rejection and when men like the men that approach women, and they get rejected and they spaz out. If you really look at them, they try to present themselves as this type of person is like, how dare you reject me? They're putting themselves in a position where they feel like they're better than the woman. They're not even trying to understand, whether or not the woman is moving in a feminine or a particular way, like trying to express her exclusivity and trying to see if you really about her, et cetera, et cetera. So if at the end of the day, that's what I was saying. Like for me, like the notion of being rejected, I've been rejected by women. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I've never been rejected by women. I've been
We
too
wouldn't
close to the
believe
store.
you if you said you didn't.
I beg your
Go ahead,
pardon?
Lord. No.
No. What did you say? What did you say?
No, no, no. I said we wouldn't believe you if you would have said that you've never been rejected. Most people have been
Oh yeah,
rejected, you know what
exactly,
I mean? One
exactly.
way or the
It's
other.
fucking nonsensical. Yeah, it is not. It's nonsensical. There is no man on planet Earth that has not been rejected by a woman, either outright because she doesn't fuck with you, or because she wants to see if you're really interested in her. So the ones that spaz out or don't take it the right way, I think that's actually in the minority of men. Again, because as boys, we are prepared for it. We are trained for it. There's events from middle school to high school where we're being rejected that is preparing us for adulthood and how to carry yourself. You know what I'm saying? Now, unless you don't have the proper father figures, one way or another to prepare you to on how to deal with women, that's when you're gonna spaz out on a woman when she tells you no. Because like and in my opinion, that's some stupid shit. Like what kind of fucking man? Like she tells you no, bro. Like you said, there's about 350. One is telling you no, and you're losing your shit. Like that means there's an element of self esteem that is lacking. You know what I'm saying? That means the value in yourself as a man is number one. It's a show. Whatever you were trying to present to that woman while you were approaching her, and then she rejected you, like, how dare you? How dare you knock out my charade? You're supposed to accept my fucking bullshit out charade. You know what I'm saying? So it's simple mathematics. And at the end of the day, going back to the title, can a woman or a man handle rejection well? And in my women are the ones that don't handle rejection well. Like if you really look at it, when women get rejected, they actually attempt to apply more pressure right then and there in a particular way, as opposed to men. Men get disrespectful, but hey,
Can I say something?
Come on, man, jump in. Let's go. Popcorn style. Let's
Hey,
get it.
what I've noticed, and it seems to be a reoccurring thing, is that when men or women, when it comes down to rejection, we handle it in very different ways. A lot of women have a tendency to attack the person that they feel rejected by, whether it be his clothes or he's too short or he's overweight or this is that and the other. Anytime that you approach, but it's not being looked at the same way as a man that uh, lashes out when he's being rejected. I seem to see females do that more than guys do. Most guys, like I said, are used to dealing with a certain amount of rejection. It comes with just everyday life. No is part of the vocabulary that we deal with on a regular basis. Um, like I said, but when on the other hand, it's not even perceived the same way. It's almost like her defense mechanism is to lash back out when a guy says, "Well, she's not my type."
and
Her,
emasculate.
yeah, they try to emasculate a man,
Mm.
from his personal preference, just his own personal preference. You know what I mean? And if he don't want to deal with a female that got kids or whatever the case may be, it's an all out attack on his character at this point. And it shows that most women can't handle rejection in no way, form, or fashion. That's just my personal opinion.
A lot of women now feel entitled to be pursued or desired by every man. And I think that's
Hold
where
up. Say
that
that.
comes
Hold
from,
up. Say that
Tar.
shit again, Layla. Bring
I,
that
s-
back. Let's go.
I said a lot of women feel entitled to be either pursued or desired by every man. So when it comes up that there's a man that does not want to pursue or does not desire her, that's where
That's
you
when they
see
catch the
that.
temper tantrum.
Yes.
They can't. Yeah, I feel like that is true, Layla.
They can't handle that there's a guy that like doesn't think that she's worthy of his pursuit.
Yeah, and like Salma said
You
in the
know,
chat. Go ahead, Diego.
anytime I see a man struggle to like accept rejection, I assume his father was not present.
Yeah, me too. I was gonna say that too. Like that's the mother that taught her son that like he's so great that he's entitled to everything that he wants and he crashes out when there's something he can't get. I would agree with that 100%.
And then like
I
just
would.
real quick, like Salma was
I,
saying in the chat, entitlement's the problem. Y'all feel like y'all entitled to too much, man. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody owes you nothing
Facts,
at
Stack.
all. You understand?
Yo,
Nothing.
and
What
very
up,
quick.
Tyler? What up?
Yeah, yeah, very quick. I just wanted to correct my statement. Earlier I said women apply more pressure, men get disrespectful. I meant men apply more pressure, women get disrespectful. You know, it's my day off. You know, I've been on that black label, so my apologies. I've been reading here some very interesting data about Me Too. Me Too was mentioned earlier. It not only has had a documented chilling effect on the workplace romances. Let me see. It's been documented that in 2018. Let me see. I just saw it. A 2018 SHRM survey found that 76% of HR professionals reported a decline in workplace relationships post Me Too, with 30% fewer employees engaging in romantic relationships at work in 2019 compared to 2017 levels. It goes on from there. With regard to high schools, the Me Too movement has undeniably reached high schoolers, particularly through social media. By 2018, hashtags like Me Too K-12 emerged, driven by organizations like Stop Sexual Assault in Schools, encouraging school students to report harassment and assault, so on and so forth. Me Too has shifted to how high schoolers navigate romantic and social interactions. Prom attendance has dropped in the wake of Me Too. Um, Only 43% of high schoolers reported dating or going out with someone in the past year, down from 50% in 2013. So it slipped an additional 7 points in that 6 year period. This is a 2019 Centers for Disease Control Youth Risk Behavior Survey, and it goes on from there. So there is some evidence that Me Too is kind of filtered down to the high school level. That's pretty and has had an impact on proms. Proms have declined since the Me Too era. Very interesting data.
Damn. Damn,
Let,
this
let,
shit's sticky. What's going on? My bad, Mamiya. And I was saying, if you guys are just joining, we've been talking about can women and men handle rejection. I want to continue this conversation, give everybody a chance to talk. Mamiya, over to you, and then we'll continue to do popcorn style, ping the room out, share the room out.
so
Thank you very
so a lady
much.
named
Let's go.
so a lady named Kish in the chat room says so the kids are getting it, but not the adults. No, no, Kish. The adults are getting it. Let me read it to you again. A 2018 SHRM survey found that 76% of HR professionals reported a decline in workplace relationships post Me Too, with 30% fewer employees engaging in workplace relationships at work by 2019 compared to pre 2017 levels. By the way, given um, kind of shakiness of the black marital situation, college and work played major roles in how black couples meet. 60% of black couples meet through college or networks or work. So, Me Too, founded by a black woman in Tarana Burke, had a chilling effect on black relationships. That's documented. Fascinating.
I mean, I'm just gonna touch back on the rejection part in the title. Um, I think as adults, some adults reject reality. And that's something that's very common in today's age. We reject reality because somebody mentioned social media. Social media gives you this outlet to alter your reality. Me personally, if my son tells me he wants to ask, since we was talking about prom and homecoming and all that, if my son tells me he wants to ask um fucking Lauren, the lead cheerleader, to prom, but this nigga is in the back of the classroom with a Yu-Gi-Oh collection, I'm most likely gonna tell him that's probably not gonna happen because the reality of the situation is those type of girls at that point in their lives are not interested in like y'all don't have anything that y'all can really relate to. So I think that a lot of the times we can't handle rejection because I feel like it's always going to go back to parenthood. A lot of parents are not teaching their children, one, how to prepare for rejection, and then two, how to handle it.
I do got a question. Whatever happened to the Sadie's Hawkins dance, where the female asks the males to go to the dance? You know what I'm saying? Whatever happened to that? I think if it was more of that going on, like through high school and college and so on and so forth, I think women would be more receptive to being rejected, and one being more sympathetic to our plight when going through a situation. Personally,
That's not going to happen simply because we are advancing in the world. Like we're moving it, different generations embrace different things. They have to go through this because that's what gives them their sense of identity. And unfortunately right now, we are kind of having a problem with rejection right now. We have a problem with the younger generation rejecting our opinions and ideas on how they should be living their life, and that's not right. And it just it bleeds down into everything. Sadie Hawkins dances probably was cool and I guess appropriate or available when y'all's generation was younger and my generation was younger, but nowadays that type of stuff is not gonna fly.
Yeah, did you say if your I came in at the end of the conversation. Shout out to the room. I believe that was you talking. Did you say if your husband was kind? I mean, your son was kind of like the Yu-Gi-Oh card playing guy, you would like not allow him or give him a talk about not dating the pretty cheerleader girl? Um,
Let's say I wouldn't allow them, I would if I expound on it, I would say, all right, I'm not going, knock your game. If you want to go and pursue her and ask her, then by all means, but just giving you a fair warning. If she says no, it's probably because of this. Y'all don't have anything that there's
Yo,
certain things that
so
come
digital.
along with
How
that.
old are you? If you don't mind me asking, bro. How old are you?
27.
So so
yeah,
so yeah
go.
yeah. My apologies, Carolina.
No, no, no,
Go
no.
ahead.
You good?
Actually, go ahead. Go ahead, because you already
I
had the
think
dialogue.
we was about to go on the same line, on the same point maybe. Like, how do you know that cheerleader girl isn't right for him though? Like, are you just looking at the outer appearance because she's like pretty and gorgeous and she's a cheerleader though? I was just trying to better understand that what you meant by that. That's all.
Right. No, it's based off of like kind of like a not necessarily a status type of thing, but kind of like a classification thing. Like y'all went to school, y'all saw that there were different cliques. You had the kids that were the top. You had kids that were on the football team, but you had the players that actually started. Those are, I'm pretty sure, a common term that we all know of is the jocks. And then you have usually the cheerleaders that dating one of the football players, and then you got the Tiger Dogs
So
that are
digital.
probably dating.
My
It's
apologies for
there's a
interjecting again.
classification thing to it.
I've
So
seen it
so
all, but go ahead, Lord. I've seen it all
yeah
honestly. I've seen the
yeah.
cheerleader
So
date the
my
nerd,
apologies.
all that. Go ahead, bro.
Exactly. And my apologies. So digital. You said you're 47. I'm 33. What's that? About 15 years between us. So that's a generation. That is literally a generation.
No,
Are you familiar?
27, not 47.
Oh, you said 27, bro. What?
Yeah.
Bro, okay, so you know about Twitch, right? Because I'm 33, bro, and I've been seeing how women or these young women have been entering the spaces, these quote unquote considered nerd spaces, the anime, the video gaming side of it, right? They're entering into that space. So to make that the notion as to whether you how you if you have a son, right, or a daughter, one way or another, how your son is going to be treated based on whether or not he got Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and Yu-Gi-Oh is on the anime side of shit. You know what I'm saying? So come on, bro. Like, and you're also speaking about how the dynamics have changed. Like, bro, when I was coming up, bro, like it was not the same. Like, as much as we have 33, that's 6 years, bro. That is a significant amount of time, based on how technology has advanced, and now with the social media. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, like I was giving the perfect example of Twitch, right? Twitch was at one point just the gamers galore. It was just for gamers, and it was majority men or boys. You know what I'm saying? It was a male dominated platform. Now we have all these girl gamers on there, these nerds, these ones. You'll even see it on Instagram. I'll be seeing them like, yo, she's promoting her OnlyFans, and at the same time she's promoting her OnlyFans. She got her playing her video games, her Call of Duty or Fortnite, etc., etc. So to say that Yu-Gi-Oh is gonna be the tell for whether or not your son gets rejected is not the way to go, especially today with how technology is going.
All
All
So
right,
right, so
Lord.
that's
All
why
right,
I would
Lord.
say this. I
All
would
right,
maybe
say
back in
this.
high grade,
I don't want to.
digital,
I
digital,
don't.
when
I
Lord.
don't want to
I
hog the
when I
stage.
was in ninth
Lord
grade
and
and
digital.
what when I was
Hey,
in
hey,
ninth grade, that was what.
hey. I love this conversation, but I want to move this shit forward. Ping the room out, share the room out. Digital and Lord. Matter of fact, I want y'all to kick this off. Why is a woman's past off limits, but a man's income is it? Why do women don't want to talk about what happened in the past, but when it comes to this income, we provide. But why can't we
I
have this
can answer
conversation?
that.
Yeah,
I
y'all go
can
in
go.
with this. Yeah,
Let me
ping the room.
let me
Wait,
answer that. It's
Sergi.
gonna be.
Wait a minute. God
Sir J,
damn.
mute your mic. Mute
Mute
up.
your motherfucking mic before I get Diego
That's a
on your
fact.
ass. God damn.
I was
Hold
ready.
on. Ada, I know you ready. I just switched the topic 2 seconds ago. I got you. Hold on. Ping the room out, Sergi. While you ready to jump on, how about you hit the arrow and ping more people and tell them that we in Gender Wars? How about you go check out the podcast? Also, join the Media Mentors Network. So that way, when I do business and teach people how to do passive income and earn crypto and shit, you're right there as well. But Sergi, since you the first one to come off mic, I want wait, do we Diego? You want to go first before him? Because he just interjected very fast. Okay. Now, if Diego doesn't want to go,
I'ma
yeah.
go. It's gonna
Okay,
be
yeah, let
very,
Diego and
very
then
quick.
Sergi go after that. But what y'all
I'ma
feel
just
about this one right here? Let's go.
I'ma just say two sentences and I'm gonna go on mute and y'all can tussle afterwards. Women used to be able to sell virtue and now they cannot. Now they're selling submission. I'm gonna land it right here. I want y'all to think about that. I'm gonna land it
Mmm.
right here.
No, no, no. Say it
Mmm.
again. Say it again.
Say it
Say it
again,
again.
Salma, first of
Diego.
all, you have not told me
Yeah,
you
say
love
that
me in a
again.
long
Say that again, please,
I
you
love you
have
Diego.
too,
not told me you
sis.
love me in a long time,
I
Salma, so
love
don't
you.
ask me nothing. But for whoever else, now let me stop.
That was
let me
me,
stop.
Diego. That was me. Say it again for me, please.
Women used to be able to sell virtue to get the man that they want. They can no longer sell virtue. Y'all got kids now. So now they sell submission. I'ma
I
also just
think they
say, as a
rent the
man,
submission, Diego.
you're a fool if you're buying submission. I'ma just leave that. I'm gonna mute up.
I'm gonna add on it.
Mmm.
Once again, I'm gonna add on it. So now, men around the world, they don't believe if you are genuine or you lying about being submissive. Thank you.
That's because women rent it out for a price, and when they can't afford it anymore, they take it back.
Definitely renting for a price.
Okay, so y'all ready?
Sergi, we ready for you now. I just wanted the ladies to get it out. You know what I mean?
And
Diego
Hey,
speaking
please
up.
don't. I don't want nobody to interrupt me. Please,
hey,
thank you.
can I go after him? Can I go after him?
He interrupted
This what we
Stack, but
gonna
now he
do.
don't want to
Oh,
be
now you don't want to be
interrupted.
interrupted.
This what we gonna do. This is what we gonna do. You say that I need to marry a woman, right? Marry a woman and put her on Instagram. Put the wedding up, spend $1 million so she can tell her friends, "Oh, look what my slave did." You know what I'm saying? But she was fucked
Look
by
what my
35 dudes.
slave did is crazy.
She was fucked by 35 dudes. Let's be real. These modern women just trying to go against the laws of gravity. That's my problem with these women. We seen it with Cardi B. We seen it with, like, we keep telling them. At the end of the day, you're born with value. You're supposed to stay at the top of the mountain, and we're supposed to meet you there. But guess what? These women, they fall off,
and they get upset when we get to the top and they fell off. You can't come up. Once you fall off the top of the mountain, you can't go back. You know what the top of the mountain is? Your coochie. You know why? Everything that's valuable that was created by God was hidden, from minerals to oil and your coochie. But guess what? You don't listen. You think that you can listen to Beyonce and Sierra and all these dumbass female artists that came up recently, and you think that because they told you to open your legs that there's no repercussions? Well, guess what? I got a news flash for your dumbass. If you fall off the top of the mountain, never going back up. But guess what? As men, we keep on, our value keeps going up with time. We keep going up with time. I can get married at 50. You can't. You can't. You can't have a kid at 50. I can't. So if you wanna pay attention, take notes. All them women that lied to you and told you, all them women that lied to you and told you that, oh, it's okay, come as you are. You don't come as you are. You hate yourself. That's why you wear makeup, you dumbass motherfucker. You say come as you are. You wear makeup. You don't even like your real self, and you say that I must take you as you are. How the fuck am I gonna take you as you are when your coochie washed the fuck up?
Yo,
I ain't gonna do that.
what is going on?
So at the end of
Bro.
the day, you better pay attention. Pay attention to what I'm saying to you. This has been the history. Look at in the Bible, it's written. All those great men in the Bible, every single one of them, they had multitudes of concubines. But ain't no the only woman in the Bible that's spoken about that's got a reputation is Jezebel when it comes to having multiple men. But guess what Jezebel means? Jezebel means anti-submission. And guess what? That's how all these women are from Cardi. Cardi B is the face of Jezebel in 2025, if you ask me. But anyway, I'm done, bro. I'm done.
Hey, can I speak to the
Wow.
next
Really
person?
What the
quickly,
fuck
before the
is
next person goes,
Go ahead,
this is
Diego,
for the
please.
ladies. Really quick. So, ladies, if a man has ever, regardless of your age, if a man has ever sat across the dinner table from you and asked you your body count, put a one in the chat. If a man has never asked you your body count, please put a two in the chat. I just need to know, are men really asking you women for your body count? So one,
No,
yes, a man has asked me. Two, a man has never asked me. Thank you so
I
much.
would hope the man wouldn't.
Yep, Diego's doing a study right
I
now.
would hope
Hold
so.
on.
A nigga childish if he doing
Yeah.
that.
Hey, may I speak after the
Yeah,
next
come on,
person?
Ryan,
Or
jump in. We on Park. We better grab the mic, man. What's up?
no, I don't like cut people off. I try to be. I am respectful. I ain't gonna say I try. Most women are for sale. You know what I'm saying? It's just I don't care. They can intellectually sell it, or they can just be boldly. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? It's just that some people are just now getting enlightened to that. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing new under the sun. Just from era to generation, whatever. It's always been that. But I think the reality of most men is they don't want to accept that, and these women really don't like most men on that genuine level for real. They like men because they can, to provide and things like that. I mean, it's nothing new. You know what I'm saying? It's just like most people just now getting awake to it. So that's where we at. I think a lot of people just finding this out and they're just like, damn, it's fucking them up. It's nothing new to me.
Wow.
I just want to
Come
say
on,
so
Diego.
far, only three women have said that a man has asked them their body count. Most of the women saying men are not asking this question. I'm just here to report the data. I'm on mute. Thank
Because
you
Wow,
so
men
much.
don't want to know. Why
Diego.
would a man want to know that though? Like why?
Yeah,
So
men ain't even
Well,
yeah.
gonna
I
ask this.
think I
Men
think
not
that
gonna ask these
sometimes it's
questions.
the way the woman presents that makes him wonder. So like maybe some women don't present as like that would be a problem. And so if you're the type of woman that doesn't present like I don't want to say anything negative about anybody, but if you present like someone would want to know how many people you slept with, maybe that's why they're asking. I don't know.
Nah.
And
But
Like
that'd
see,
be wild because you already approached them, so you kind of know what you're going for. I would say, if as long as both parties are safe and got a clean checkup, you approach someone who's dressed a certain way, and then you like, oh my god, you slept
that's a
with this
fact.
many people. That's wild. It's
That's a
here's
fact.
backwards logic, I think.
here's a
Really quick, I
people
have
say this.
one more
Go ahead.
study, guys, and I'm gonna pass you the mic, Ryan. Ladies, if you were on a date with a man, fine brother, you're getting to know him, you're looking for a relationship, hopefully it leads to marriage, and this man asks you, what is your body count? Put a one in the chat if you're done. You're never going to talk to that man again. You are now turned off. Put a two in the chat if that's okay. You're going to answer the question and move forward.
My thing is that
Come on, let's go. Diego's
my,
doing that study. He's
Why
Man,
would
doing
they
it
be
next.
turned off
Let's
though?
go.
Why
here's
would
the
they be
deal.
man,
turned off?
most women, I don't give a fuck about all this fake ass clubhouse shit that these ladies acting. Man, these women be getting these questions asked. I don't give a fuck. This shit be real life. These niggas be asking these questions. I don't give a fuck if you a bitch inside the hospital. You start to talking to a nigga, he gonna ask you these type of questions down the line. I don't give a fuck.
In the
Niggas
hospital?
do
Hey,
not care. Especially if he trying to take you serious, man. I gotta know how much partners you had. I'm gonna at least ask some type of question, like try to indicate some type of math in my head. Like, even if I don't boldly ask, like how much people you slept with, I'm gonna be trying to
Hey,
But
figure out
Varo,
what
how
hey,
what
much
Varo,
difference would it
yo,
relationship.
make?
hold, hold up, hold
What
up, hold up,
difference would it
hold up. I
make?
want to ask him a question. I want to ask him a question because it always
Huh?
comes up, and I want to ask
What
you a
you
question.
mean? What different would it
You've
make?
been running
Yo,
through
What
girls.
you
That's why you
mean,
Hello,
bro?
feel
I'm
that
gonna
hello,
be,
way.
bro.
hello,
I'm gonna be real,
hello.
bro.
You've
y'all
been
giving
running
up,
through
yo,
girls. That's
I
why
listen,
you
just want
feel
to
that
yo,
way,
report.
Are
Hold
bro.
you
on, hold on.
insecure?
Listen.
that's what we're gonna do. Because Diego was talking, I was
No, I was
talking.
just telling
Listen,
him
I was
not to
gonna
talk
ask
over
you a
you. Go
question.
ahead.
Yeah, I got you. Good. Yeah, Diego, you feel me? I just wanted to ask him a question, Viral, Mr. Makeup, because it comes up in conversation, like your past. Oh, wasn't the last time you was in it? So it just naturally comes out. You know what I'm saying? It naturally. So I feel you on that part. I know y'all gonna get into it. Y'all gonna keep going, but it does come up when you're talking to your partner or wherever. Yeah, when's the last time you was in this situation? Oh yeah, and then y'all share that information, and then it can go even into this rabbit hole. Okay, what was the person before that, or what was it? Right? So it just keeps going and it unravels. So I just wanted to say I feel you on that part. Y'all can continue. And then when y'all
Before
finish
y'all
talking,
continue, I just want to
go ahead,
report. I'm
Diego.
just here to report the news from Gender Wars. The ladies are saying they would have, most of the women say they would have no problem with a man asking them their body count. It is not going to make them feel away. There were two women who said that they would look at the man differently or not talk to that man anymore if he asked for their body count. Reporting live from Gender
My thing is
Wars.
Thank you very much,
So
Diego.
no,
Wait. I had my
mm,
sister Senior coming. Hold on. Go
hi,
ahead,
Yeah,
Senior. We'll
yeah.
go to you, sister.
I
hi,
know they don't care. I know they gonna answer
Hold
the
on,
question.
brother. Hold on, brother.
hi.
Senior is
How are
talking. Go
you?
ahead.
How
Go
are
ahead.
you? I just wanted to give a PSA announcement for all the ladies. If you have a man and he is nothing like what you're hearing, hold him tight, hug him, kiss him, and never let him go. I just wanted to let you guys know that. I just want you ladies to hear and listen to what is going on. My husband has come home, so I'm on my best behavior.
Oh, now the dragon is tamed.
Okay, so back to
Oh,
what I was saying, back to being real
wow.
and like real life. Most men actually care about like how much people the women or the lady that he's trying to take serious actually commit to. They care about how much partners you had. Like nobody want a used fucking car. Like nigga, I'm not buying no car from Facebook
How many
Marketplace.
women are you
I
taking
don't
Listen,
serious
give a
though,
fuck
brother?
about none
How
of that.
many
let me tell
women are you
you.
taking serious that
What
you
if
gotta
you,
ask
what if
that
you're
every
the
time?
used what if you're the used
Like
car? Would you have a
goddamn.
problem with that?
I
You
listen,
asking
listen,
every
listen.
woman that? How
I'm the
many women
one.
you using,
Listen,
bro?
listen,
Come on,
listen.
bro.
See, here's how my mind works. I'm the dude. I'm the man. I'm the one who gotta ask her to marry me. I don't see bitches walking around here. My bad. Let me not say that. I don't see females walking around here asking men to marry them, getting down on one knee, whipping out some big ass rock, taking somebody on some crazy ass honeymoon, paying for some stupid ass wedding. Like I don't see women doing that. So since I'm the one that gotta do that. It don't matter how much people I put my dick in. You know that? It don't fucking matter. It do not
Uh,
matter.
You
Yo,
see
how
what I
old are you?
mean?
It
How
You
old
see
are
do
what I
you?
Oh
not
my
mean?
matter.
How old are
God.
you?
You
It
see
do
what I
not
mean?
matter.
That's why it's answered
Yeah, how
like
old are
that.
you, brother?
That's why it's
men
answered like that.
It do not matter.
men want to live in the safe place of delusion. If they think it is low, they're not going to ask you. The reason why I know is because no one ever asked me. They think it's low, and in contrary, it's actually high.
We,
What
we
the
ain't.
No,
I'm
fuck?
it's
crying.
the
Hey,
truth.
so
If
so
Or
so so hold
men
or
on.
they don't care
want to
then.
have a certain
Martine,
kind of
Martine, hold
belief,
on.
no, listen to me. If they want to hold a certain belief about you, they like you enough. They're not gonna ask you. They're not gonna ask you. They're not.
Yeah,
I think I'm
if
gonna
they
So
don't
go.
care
Martine,
about
hold
you,
on,
Wow,
very quick.
Dayton,
Add me
if
back.
No,
they
Stacks,
really
because
I'm
if
they
they
stacking
not
you.
Add me
into
back.
you, if they
no.
not into you and they just want to hit, they don't that's care. what I'm trying to
No,
say.
I'm
Yeah,
talking about.
but if
I'm
somebody
not
wants to
talking
wife
about
Right,
you,
that.
right.
I'm talking about people I've been in relationships. I
I'm
don't do
talking
that,
about if
so I
somebody
don't know
wants
what you're
to
talking
wife
about.
you, long term
Yeah,
relationship,
and
and
yeah,
somebody wants to
that's
wife
what
you,
I'm
Yes.
this
talking
No,
conversation
no.
about.
coming up
That
somewhere
they've
else.
never.
I
Are
think
you
what
Yeah.
she
okay? Are
confused
you
on,
like
she think that we
unwell?
trying to say like they just gonna blankly come out like boldly probably say, how much people have you slept with? No, we ain't saying shit like that. We gonna ask how much partners have you.
Martine, were you done? Because I feel like you were being
I was
screamed over. Were
not
you done?
done.
Come on,
Like,
Diego, get him,
Oh,
Diego.
okay. Okay, so one mic on Martine, because what were y'all thinking was about to happen?
thank you, Diego. Yeah, all I was saying was that all I was saying was hold on a second, because yeah, I just all I was saying was that when a man likes you and he wants to be in a relationship with you, he's gonna he's gonna think the best about you. He's gonna fool himself to think the best about you, right? So he's not gonna ask you that question. No man has ever asked me that, and I've been in long-term relationships. So I just think, yeah, they're not asking that question.
Well,
There's
well,
so
men,
many things
well,
like
men who
the
want
val.
men who looking for wives, they ask that
No,
No,
if
question.
you
no,
looking
they
for
Want to
the,
know?
don't.
I want
They
to
want
know
to know.
your
No, they don't.
Well, I
values.
want to hear what
They want
Lewis
to
is
know the
talking about.
relationship, how
I
many
heard Lewis.
relationships you had. They want to know your past history, the dudes you've been with. They might not come out and ask you directly, but they hint around
It
it. They
beat
they
around the
they
bush,
dig it
right,
out.
Lewis? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
They'll
they dig it out. Yeah, yeah. When was the last time you had a
I
boyfriend?
just said
How
that
long was
shit.
that
Yeah,
I
of
said
course,
that.
relationship?
in the context of conversation, you're likely to gather more information, but I don't think that they're asking specifically about your recreational
Oh,
activities. No.
most definitely. Because
No, they're
with
not. I
women,
mean,
every time they
okay.
have sex with somebody, that person leaves a little bit of them in you.
What,
Period. Even if you use a rubber, do the
nigga?
study
Where you? What's
and
what?
see.
Post
That's
the
why
link in
men.
the chat.
That's
Post a
especially the
link for that
older.
in the
Yeah, I need
chat,
that source,
please.
brother.
No, no, you do. You Google
I'm
it
not. I'm
yourself.
not
Nah,
They
hold
got
on.
Googling
they.
Hold,
leaving
nah,
something
Lewis,
in me with a
listen,
condom,
listen,
bro.
Listen. You been
Tiffany Haddish
presented
is the
with the
source.
information. Study to show yourself approved. And I ain't say something somebody just making up, especially if she had babies. Every time a woman has a baby, the the, the DNA from the father stays with her. It's a specific medical term for that. This ain't something somebody just making up.
It's
So y'all
Tiffany Haddish It's made called, it it's up. called
this is
microchimerism.
why
Hold on,
this is
hold on. Yeah, it's called microchimerism, and listen, like, and this is why I was attempting. The scientific term is microchimerism. I could spell it. It's micro and chimera. CHIME. Erism. You just look it up for
man.
yourself.
That black label kicking your ass, Lord.
see we destroy for lack
It
of
definitely is.
knowledge,
Hold on,
and
hold
then
on, hold
you
on,
run.
hold on. But look. My point was, right. Like, in general, a man does not have to ask a woman her body count because women will tell on themselves. Women tell on themselves, right? In that situation, I mean, you could bring up, oh, what was your last boyfriend? Why'd y'all break up? You know what I'm saying? She could say, "Oh yeah, he cheated on me," and she probably did the same shit right back. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, so as a man, you never have to ask a woman, her body count. There's ways that women with a high body count operate and behave, and there's a way that they operate when they don't have a high body count. So the men that ask women their body count are those that, I guess, that are new to, they're being social media influenced at the end of the day. That's what it is. It's an influence from social media. So now they think they can get into this a red pill, blue pill, alpha, beta type of thing. Ask women, like, be all out, right? And look, and this is not to say, yeah, a man, this particular man, like, could ask. You could ask her outright, right? But it means you have options. When you're asking her that, whether or not you take her home is because you have someone else that you're gonna be smashing at the end of the night. But any man, if that's the only woman that you're interacting with, and then you're asking her a body count, that's a dumbass motherfucker at the end of the day. But okay.
Yeah,
You
some dudes are
better ask that
straightforward.
question.
Some dudes are straightforward, and other dudes, they do their investigative work. But believe you me, men is interested in you. They are counting. They are counting.
Counting what?
That's a
I
fact,
mean,
though.
see, this
And
the
that's interested
thing.
in marriage.
When
And
you
that's interested
taking,
Hold
in
on. Let me
marriage.
hear from Tiff. Let me hear from Tiff,
see,
Lord.
my
Tiff,
thing
go
is
ahead. Thank
this:
you.
when you're taking advice from some guys, they either had they probably never really had a female like that before. But whether or not have they had a female, my thing is this: it's bad advice. You're worrying about something that doesn't matter when you're falling in love and you're loving on a female. You know, I mean, that's why I tell females, do not tell any man anything that happened in your past relationship, because that's none of their business. It doesn't matter. Like,
It
you're
does.
looking for
Oh, it
something.
definitely
No, I
matters.
mean, okay, listen. Okay, listen, on Clubhouse, yes, you're correct. That matters. In real life, no, it does not.
In
I
real
think
life,
The
so.
first
I'll
time I've
say
heard
this.
about this type of nonsense, the last time a man asked me about body count, I was in college. Listen, this stuff does not matter. I think people get on this app and just start just saying stuff. Just saying stuff. Yeah, body count. Yeah, oh, what's our body count? Like, men get on here and ask you that personal thing as if you're trying to date them. Like, hell no. So all I'm saying is, ladies, don't tell no man about your past relationship. Don't tell him about what happened in your past relationship. All they're gonna do is try to use it against you.
I think the
what
other
But you got
what
to
issue
honor.
is
that's
So,
true.
that
so Tiff,
That's
And
true
as
because
far
these
as,
Everybody
hold,
women.
hold,
but
right.
listen,
That's
listen,
if
true
you want
listen.
to
because these
date
I'm
a
women
not.
man that asks
gauge.
questions like that, go right ahead.
No,
So
that's
Tiff,
true
let
But
me ask
because
you a
it's
question.
gonna
Do
it's gonna
you
be failed.
do you think women should? So, if a man were to ask a woman that, do you think she should lie or just omit, answering the question altogether? That was to Tiff,
Yeah.
in your opinion.
She can do whatever she want to do with it, in my opinion. I would say, if a man's asking your body count, just tell him your body count, and then let's see what he does with it. Anybody can lie about anything, period. You know what I mean? So, yeah, you know what? Yeah, lie. Lie, tell the truth, whatever you want to do with that man, but at the end of the day, when someone loves you, that all that stuff trumps everything. When someone
That's
really
cap.
loves you, when someone loves you, period. I don't care what you say.
So
If
Tiff, let me
if,
just
if a
ask
man
you.
running around here
I
with
want to ask
hella
you one more question. One more question, and I'll pass the mic around. Do you think that the decisions that people make in their past affect how they move in relationships in the future?
no,
No? Why not?
no,
Mm.
no, no. Because if you make a mistake in your past and you're like, oh no, I'm not gonna do that, that's a mistake. And you know what I'm saying, you're turning things around in your future, that's different. Now you're grown. You know what I'm saying? It's growth. Everyone has a past, and everyone has made a mistake. Nobody is perfect. And I don't think anybody sits too high up to look down on anybody. So again,
Wait,
I
wait.
mean,
So
mhm.
so Diego, if I may, so how many times are you allowed to
No,
make
you
a
may
mistake?
not. You may not cut her off, sir.
No, I wasn't cutting her off.
She
I was
wasn't done
asking her.
talking, so you
You
were
were.
cutting her
You
off.
were.
My
She
It's the
apologies.
black.
literally was in
It's
the
the
middle of
black
talking.
Lord. It's the black label, dog. I already know. It's okay,
Go
man.
ahead, Tiff.
When
Finish
y'all,
what
when
you were
you, when
saying.
yeah, when we talking on the floor, let's respect everybody on the floor. Tiff, over to you, and then we gonna rock this out. Let's go. I know we on the war floor though. There's bullets flying everywhere,
um,
but let's keep it rocking.
my bad. I lost my train of thought. Sorry, but cause I'm sorry. So all I'm saying is, I mean, it's always an exception. Period. When you love someone, and when you like them a lot, I mean, I never ask a man his body count. Like, I don't give a shit what your body count is. I probably worry about how many baby mamas you have or something like that, but I don't
What?
worry. Hmm?
Whoa,
But
Hmm?
that's in his past though,
whoa.
Tiff.
I
So why
think
why would
that's
Why
that
the
matter?
respect?
most
Yo, Jarvis, come in for
disturbing
me,
part of
man.
this
Please. Let
conversation
me hear
for
from
me.
Jarvis.
The most disturbing part of this conversation is how little the women care about who and where the person entering your body has been.
you, you
Lord
understand?
Jesus, like the I don't care how many, what the fuck is wrong with you? Better fucking care in
MJ, tell him,
2025.
MJ. What
Are
the
you out
fuck?
of your fucking
That's
mind or are you
understandable,
fucking
but you would
serious?
Wait,
never
let me hear
know. You would never
MJ.
know.
We
One
Hold
want to
mic
know.
on.
on
Hold
MJ.
on.
Please. Go ahead, MJ.
Women, these men are entering your body. Hold on. You don't care how many people he's been with? Are you serious? Or are you like lying and pretending that you don't when deep down inside you worry about it every day? Which one is it? Because I'm concerned at this point. Why does it not matter to you what this nigga's been doing with his dick before he gets in you and shit. In your
Mm-hmm.
That's a
mouth.
You
fact.
What
understand,
the
MJ?
fuck?
MJ, I was
Can somebody tell
yo,
me what's going
yo,
on?
facts, MJ. That's why I was like, man, I want to know
It's
everything.
like,
Protection, who
damn,
you been with,
you give these
who the
niggas,
fuck you was with before me.
like, no one of these niggas are concerned.
Exactly. I was
Hello?
asking those questions straight up before I got with my woman. I was asking those
That's
shit.
why the
You know what I'm
STDs is
saying?
on the high rise.
Fluid.
STD rate
That's
higher
You
than them
understand? And
motherfuckers,
y'all wonder
boy.
why y'all walking around with herpes and shit, because y'all didn't sit down and say, okay, who was you dating? Are you a porn star?
Hold
Huh? Are you
on.
an OnlyFans?
I
You know what
say
I'm saying? Y'all
this.
don't even
I
give a
gotta ask
fuck
the
about
ladies
who you
now. I'm
dating.
sorry. Ladies,
Come on, gang.
why do you not care? Why does it not matter? How does it not
They've
matter?
been socialized
Because
not to
the hold
care.
on, and I'll finish with this before you answer. Numbers are infinite. This nigga, I mean, numbers are infinite. There's no cap. It doesn't matter at all. Please explain to me why it doesn't matter at all.
They had this conversation yesterday in a room, and they were like, the numbers don't matter. You just need to protect yourself. Period.
So
That's
it
what
don't
the
matter
most
about no
imperative.
diseases. Just protect yourself.
I
That's what they're saying.
did not know. I
No,
did
no,
not.
no, no.
How do you protect yourself when the AIDS virus can seven of them lined up next to each other can go through a pore of a rubber or a
Let's
condom?
let's 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 pause with the STDs because I don't think this is. I think this is deeper than STDs.
Thank
If you
you all
ask me,
so
I
much for
think I think you can
interesting.
show somebody a my chart and that person show you a my chart and everybody's happy and everybody knows everybody's clean.
Yeah,
However,
y'all didn't let me finish, but you're
oh,
right.
go ahead,
So
Nunu.
I'll
I'm
go on.
sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you, sister.
I mean,
Go ahead.
actually, that was a part of what I was gonna say. So you can take it over. You're good.
Yes, we know that the whole clean thing, people can be clean. However, again, numbers are infinite. Like the numbers, there's no number, ladies, that would make you a little bit uncomfortable at all. What are we really saying? The lack of concern is concerning. I'm gonna go on mute.
I
You
think
can still find out. Okay, one second. You can still find out their behavior pattern and what they're about besides knowing their numbers. That's all I gotta
I
say.
think the better question is why are you attracted to promiscuous men? So for me, that's never been a quality that's attractive to me. So it's kind of like for me a little bit of a turn off. Like men that sleep around casually all the time with whoever. Like I think women need to really ask themselves, why are you attracted to the man who's sleeping with everyone? And what does that say about you, really?
Let me get in there real quick.
But
Mm.
yeah, go ahead.
Hold on. Let me hold on. I want to go to Rowan.
No,
Hold
no,
on.
no.
Let
I
me
was
give
just
you
gonna
some.
say, like, I get the
Go.
whole, like, your past does matter, whether it's man or woman. Because for me, I would not dealing with a man who's promiscuous. I'm definitely judging you on who you choose to deal with before, who you slept with. But at the same time, men and women being promiscuous are two different things. Like one of them, we are getting inserted. They're doing the inserting. It's two different biology things. So, I mean, yeah, to an extent, I do care, but at the same time, it's not the same. Like men and women are not being promiscuous are not the same thing. So that's what I'm gonna
Exactly.
say.
Let me
Exactly.
get in
And
there
and
real
that's
quick.
that's the
Hold on,
that's
Lord.
the other thing, right? My apologies.
No, what it
Who's
is,
it?
women. We all know that women they desire men that other women desire. You know what I mean? And all that body count, too many bodies for a man, it don't work like that for men. Because you could ask a woman this: how many bodies you think they celebrity crush has? And they'll still fuck him the same night with no problems ass. He got way more bodies than the average man. So all I'm saying that shit is cap. It don't really work like that for men. But for women, it is a double standard. Your shit got to be low, and for men, your shit should be fairly high. No further questions.
Yeah, and look, and here's the best way to actually put that in perspective, right? It's the saying, mama's baby, daddy's maybe, right? There's no way a man can bring a baby that he had with another woman into the house and convince that woman, like his main chick, oh yeah, this is your baby. This is your baby. But women can do that. Women can convince she could get pregnant with another nigga and lie to you that that's your baby. Okay. So the standard is not the same, and this is, to what Rawan was saying. And if we want to be logical about it, that's where it comes from, right? To the extent that a woman can get knocked up by another nigga and lie to you as a man that that's your baby, but no man can do that to a woman. You ain't gonna bring no baby. Oh, we got a newborn baby. We have a newborn baby over here, and this your baby. She gonna be like, what the fuck? I wasn't pregnant, nigga. That's some other bitch's baby.
Yeah,
All right. So hey,
What
listen.
is
I
going
don't know. He
on?
moved the goalpost. He moved the
What's
Yo,
going
Yeah,
on?
goalpost.
let me say something real
Yeah,
quick.
he
it's not.
Hold
moved the
on, yo,
goalpost a little bit.
No,
let me
go.
get to
Ain't
Lou.
no go.
Hold on. Y'all are bugging. Lou, come in and make this make sense for me, Lou, because they dragging this shit everywhere, my guy. Can you make it make sense for me, man? Over to you, bro.
Yeah, I'm not gonna fly too long, but I will say this. I mean, I think a lot of people are focused on the wrong thing. Instead of asking specifically what your body count is, maybe specifically ask when was the last time you had a full checkup. Do you even have health insurance? A lot of y'all out here fucking people, man, who have no fucking health insurance, let alone life insurance.
Lou.
Like, what is we out here doing, man? Like, y'all asking the wrong fucking type of questions, man. Like, ask those people to provide you that type of fucking result. That's the more beneficial. I mean, you got dudes out here who unfortunately are not taking care of themselves and women alike and shit. So that's all I got.
Wow. So Lou says y'all not even checking for the health care, the dental care, nothing. Just attraction and lust, huh? I get it.
And make
I
sure it's
get it.
updated too. If you're checking
Go
their
ahead, Lou.
results, make sure it's up to date. Make sure you're not looking at results from 2023.
What about credit score?
I'm gonna keep it real, bro. That shit sounds
What?
good for the
You are
internet,
too funny.
but most people ain't checking for shit. They just smacking them cheeks and keeping it
I
moving.
know,
You know,
That's a
and this
most
is
fact.
why,
motherfuckers ain't
and
looking
this
at no
is
Right.
body
bad.
charts and
That's
none of
why
that
you
shit,
got
bro.
so
But
many
yo,
dirty
this
dicks.
is
Now,
bad
Bro.
though, Lewis. I get it, but this is bad. The fact that nobody's checking for this, vetting out, seeing if everything's okay, if they're gonna be okay in the future, is fucking diabolical right now, bro. It's insane to me. You understand? Like y'all are not like okay, what's going on? I mean, people like I want to vet this situation out to make sure it's right for me and my health.
Hey,
I don't know.
hey,
I don't
Well,
know.
Stack,
like
It's different,
like
bro.
they
What's up,
Stack,
said earlier,
Jarvis? Let me hear from
Stack.
Jarvis. We've been trying to get in. Let me hear
they
from
said earlier,
Jarvis.
love conquers all. So
I
you
got a
don't need to
question.
worry about all that stuff. As long as you got love, credit score, body count, none of that stuff matters as long as y'all love each other. That's gonna make that
And this is why we
non-trivial
have
possible,
struggle
and that's
love,
gonna make that.
Jarvis.
Love is not enough.
Stack.
Go ahead, go
What
ahead.
test do you test for sexually transmitted demons? What test? Where you go get that test at? You know, you in relationship with somebody who's been screwing around. I'm pretty sure you done picked up some spirits. Where where
You
you where you go get that test?
you can go to the health
Where do you
department.
get spirit? Where you get spirit checks at Hogwarts? Like,
No, no. The
how you
point being
check for
that
And
spirits?
may I please ask a question to the
when you
lady?
have sex, you transfer energy. It's an
That
energy.
All energy based. Senora, what do you have to say about this, sister? Because
And we had
I I
Senor,
hold
you know exactly
on,
what I'm talking about.
Senora. I
I
said
just have
Senora.
a
Oh, I
question
missed
to
that.
the women. I want to know, and I really want to have a conversation with the ladies. Which one of you women are giving these men pussy for them to have such audacity? I really need to know.
Yes,
They
ping
get
in
their
all the
audacity.
audacity.
They get their
Ping in every
audacity
Ping in
from
all the
other
audacity you
women.
have
audacity,
on
That's
the
a
please.
app.
fact.
They're not gonna talk, they're scared.
Uh-oh.
I just want to interview them. I just want to interview them. I want to know what's going on with you, sister, for you to open your legs to degeneracy.
Are you trying to have an actual
Oh, I
conversation or
am.
you just
I
trying to get
am. No,
cute?
I'm not.
Come on,
Okay.
Diego, get her right,
Well,
Diego.
based on what I heard on here, Raquel, they're doing it for bags, trips, food, clothing. So that's what they're doing it for. Yeah, and I heard rides too. Some girls need rides.
I feel like the men on here though aren't aren't reflective of the men like out in the real world.
A
That's why.
duh, a duh.
Of
Yeah.
course, of course.
Cause these men on here, they're classy men.
No, I mean they're here for a reason. If we're gonna be honest, they're here for a reason.
What's the reason?
I don't want to get beat up on this stage. I'm on mute.
Oh yeah, because you got
Yeah,
Yeah, cause
Stackpack
Martine,
they
if
be
on.
you know,
ready
you
to jump
know.
you in a minute.
Yeah,
Just
they be
like
ready to pummel
yesterday.
you. Yesterday they tried to throw you underneath. You know what I mean? Listen, if y'all are
To your
listen real
question.
quick,
Oh,
real,
go
real
ahead.
quick,
Sorry.
Diego, just real quick. If you guys are just joining, we're talking about why is a woman's past off limits, but a man's income isn't. Can you guys share the room out, ping the room out for me, so that way we can have this conversation. If anything goes wrong, I'm calling Diego, and she's gonna get
That's a
y'all in check.
fact.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trading crypto, I'm doing my thing, but Diego, please get them in check. Do you have another question? For the
I
room.
just wanted to
Thank you for everybody for being here, Mr. Immaculate J, Rawan, everybody. You know what I mean?
and
I
share
rock with
the
all
room,
y'all. Let's go.
guys. Ping your good friends, not the ratchet ones. Raquel, I think we have to be very serious when we're asking these type of questions, right? Because in all actuality, I think over the years, men have definitely taught women how to view sex. So this idea, like women don't have to have a reason. And I think when we ask certain questions, we're under this presumption that women have to have a reason as to why they're having sex. They simply want to have sex. They want to. It's where they want to be. It's what they want to be doing. So when you're asking, well, how are you having sex with these guys who blah, 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 because they want to. They're not thinking past that. It's not a matter of, I'm going to only have sex with good men, or I'm only going to have sex with men that make great fathers. I'm only going to have sex with men that want to be married. No, they just want to have sex. He looks good. He wants to have sex, and they're having sex. I land.
Okay, so these men are just good enough for their dick and maybe their sperm, depending if they swallow or not. I hope they're not swallowing.
Who knows what they're
Why would
doing?
the man be
Raquel,
swallowing?
Oh hell
Why would
no,
the man
Diego.
be
Diego, what
swallowing?
is going on?
yeah, I'm
Shut up.
out. Ping me, guys. We need to
Yeah,
share this
so
thing.
I'm out with you. I'm leaving too. I'm leaving my own room.
No, I'm just serious. I just wanted to really understand. I just wanted to understand. But Diego, thank you for clearing that up. Okay, so they're just used for sex. Thank you so much. Maybe that's why they're so angry. Got it.
Or Raquel, they could be trying to use their box to make a man, box him into submission.
I doubt it.
Mm-mm. I,
I think I'm gonna make him love me by giving him the
I
box.
doubt it. Not the men that I've heard.
I don't know. I see this little clip, this little movie, whatever. It was a clip on seen on to Facebook, and the girl and the dude, they hooked up or whatever. They was dating for a little minute anyway. They had sex, and she was like, "Okay, I'm gonna make you breakfast. What do you have planned for today?" He's like, "Bitch, you used me. You used me for my dick." She's like, "I mean, I thought we had a good time." He's like, "What you mean we had a good time? Now you want me to leave?" And she's like, "I
So he
mean,
self finesse.
I was gonna cook you breakfast, but I mean, he literally was trying to fight this girl, and I'm like, whoa." I'm like, girls, that's why I say, like, don't even do casual sex. Like, don't even like try to do like a one night. Like, don't do those things because guys are looking for a woman for real, and you're just using them for their dick, and you're messing with their feelings, and it's messing with their head.
So you say
So I
I
wouldn't
said
recommend you do that. I
that's
Hold on,
mean,
why I
hold
tell
on,
but it
people
wasn't
to get into
necessarily.
serious shit,
hold
Tiff.
on.
You
I
having this
don't think
casual shit, it don't mean
I
nothing.
don't think she explained the scenario properly. So she had sex with a man and she asked him if she could cook him breakfast and he got mad.
No, 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 no. She was like, "What do you have planned for today?" I'm finna make some breakfast, and then he just out the blue just started tripping, and I'm like, "What the fuck?
Again.
Why is he acting so crazy with her? Like, you never know. She might want to have sex with you again, but right now she doesn't want to be bothered." He actually was asking her for a relationship after they had sex, and it's like, why are you asking for a relationship? She don't want a relationship. She just wanted to have casual sex.
That's just
Oh, so
it.
all right. So, oh, so I see. So you missed that part. So
Yeah, my
he
bad. I did look.
when
I'm
so
sorry.
when she
I'm gonna
got
look the
up off
movie
of the
up.
bed, when she got up
Hmm?
off of the bed, he asked her, "Are we boyfriend and girlfriend?" And she said, "Hey, what are we doing today? I can cook your breakfast." So he got mad. Is that what happened?
Yeah, he was like, "You just used me," and she's like, "Use you for what?" Because it was mutual that you guys had sex. So what did she really use you for?
Right, right, right.
I guess I would need more information. This is something else that was at
I'm
the
gonna look the
top of
movie
the.
up.
Okay, I guess this is something else that they were talking about. The man and the woman had, when the man has a conversation with the woman and says, "Hey, I just want to be friends. I'm not looking for anything serious, you know, yada, yada, yada." But after, they have sex and everything, then a woman, does something like, you know, breakfast, wanting to chill and hang out. Then the man is like, "Hey, what's going on? I told you that I just, this is just a sex thing or whatever." Then the man, gets peeved. So I would like to, see that clip. Is there any way you could pin it to the room or something so we could see it?
Yeah,
Um,
share the clip. Where's the clip
cause
at?
yeah, cause
All right.
that's
Yeah,
what
I'm
it,
gonna share the clip, but
yeah,
I might
that's what
most
it's
likely can
sounding
share
like
the
to me.
movie. I'm gonna share the movie. Hold
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but that's what it's sounding like to me because that often happens, the woman and the man agree to something, but then the woman is trying to make it more than what it is. I'm on mute.
no, 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 and I agree with you.
No, the man was trying to make
And
it more than what it was.
yeah, and these things happen the younger you are because you're more, you're hornier, right? So you if you meet somebody at the club, certain kind of action, certain kind of dancing, whatever, then yeah, sex can happen, casually and before any real deep conversations. So one of the persons holds sex very close and is going to look at that other person and say, "Hey, well, are we,
No,
something? Are we something?" The other person is going to be like, "Well, I mean, we just met. I mean, can we like date some more?" And that I understand that can
I feel
happen,
like
but
that's where the disconnect is at though too, bro. It's like y'all both got to be on the same page though when it comes to that shit. That's why I say conversation, communication. Why the fuck y'all ain't talking about that before? You
no, but
feel
they
me?
just meet.
I
They
don't
just
know.
meet in the club. Them
Well,
rub up
I
or have sex.
guess. Well, I guess.
Yeah.
that happened to me,
Right, them.
and then
Yeah, that conversation can still take place. It's no excuse. I mean, I don't care. That conversation can still take place. My son is 32. And, my husband and I, we would talk to him, and we would tell him there's no excuse. You make that clear. I don't care. You make that clear because, women can be funny acting. You need to just make that mess clear. Be 100. I mean, don't be funny acting. I'm
No,
for
no,
real.
no. It's more likely that the men are more the ones that are funny acting, right?
I just
Women.
said
Right.
that, yo. You
Oh,
listening
sorry,
to
sorry,
me?
sorry. I
I
apologize. Good.
I
I just said
disagree.
that. I just said that you need to make yourself clear because if you're not making yourself clear, the woman is the one who ends up, feeling a certain kind of way. There, yeah, I mean, make yourself clear so that she understands.
I disagree, but it may be more of like an anecdotal experience, so I'll mute up.
Speak on it.
I mean, with my ex, I met him out of the country, and when we got back to the States, he was the one that wanted more, and then we ended up in a
I
relationship.
could really hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I said with my ex, I met him on vacation out of the country, and I was just looking for, just a good time. And then he was the one that wanted more when we got back to the States, and then we ended up in a relationship for years, and I got his kid in the back seat.
Oh, that's a love story.
Yeah, I guess.
That's
He
so
wanted more.
romantic.
He wanted more.
No, I mean, yeah, their relationships just start on sex. I mean, it is what it is, no matter what. I mean, a few drinks pop off, and you jump on each other, you slobber over each other, and then you exchange number, and then you develop from there.
It's over from there.
Well,
Yep.
that's why it's so important, going forward that you lock in on the mental side with somebody first. In my opinion, that you get a well established relationship before y'all bump hips. Because once y'all start bumping hips, y'all getting that dopamine hit from each other, and your red flags go out the windows, your boundaries go out the window. You might not even really like the person, but the sex is fun, and then that's what happens. And then a lot of people they say, "Oh, let's get married," and they end up getting married.
Lewis, I'm not bumping my hips with no girl, but I feel you, bro. I feel you. I
No,
feel
you
Bumping
you,
hips
but
bumping
I'm
is
not
hips.
bumping
crazy.
hips again. But I
No,
feel
you
you.
bumping hips. Whether
Nah,
you
I'm not
realize it or
bumping
not,
hips.
you
I
bumping
get
hips.
you. I get where you. I've been
I ain't
feeling
talking about
everything
from
you've
the
been saying in
side.
this whole fucking room until you said bumping hips. I get it. I get it. I
My
get it. Where you going?
my dad used to say bumping uglies.
I
And
ain't doing that either.
and see and see when you be jumping up and down, and then you like ooh ooh ooh, then I love you. And let's get married. And then after the 3 to 6 years after the sex wear off and the fun of the sex wear off, now it's like, who are you? I don't even like you. And that's why the divorce rate is so high. Where if they had took the time to get to know each other first, and then realize, hey, you're a good person. You
Without
nice.
bumping
Just
hips.
yep,
Without bumping hips.
exactly, exactly. We not. I don't think this could go forward because you're not my type and I ain't your type. But no, we don't do that. We want to get in and get it in, and then try to work it out. And that's why the divorce, in my opinion, that's why the divorce rate is so high.
I think once you pass a certain age, though, you don't quote unquote bump hips so easily, right? You just kind of more mellow going, right? I think the younger people are the ones who are exposed to this risk, right? They let their hormones take over. It's hard to resist. I mean, we've all been there. I can speak for myself. I've been there. But, it's like you're in a whole different world. I mean, she touch you a certain way to her, and the oil start run. You want to just kill it. You know what I said, dog? Yeah, and nobody can tell you nothing. You're literally hunting for her, dog. You know what I say? When she's touch you a certain way, because when you're young, that's what you are, and she's like that too. So, but the older you get, you pass 30, you start them things slow down, and you start really think about and be deliberate. You know what I mean?
But you supposed to anyway.
It's tough. It's tough to say, to young people. I mean, and what the advantage that young people have though is they are very objective. So them don't really them not really hold the sex thing so close. In other words, they're not really looking to have sex per se. It's like you and I, since we're older, you know, we have sex in the back of our mind, and it's a close thing to our heart. But to them, their career, their school, their friends, those things are front and foremost. But if when the two genders come together, it's like fire. It's like an explosion. You know what I mean? So
But I, I feel you what you just said, but I also think you got to see the other side. You do have a lot of couples that meet in high school and end up getting married at a young age, having kids at a younger age, and being together. So I think what it like. I think a big important part is like the communication part. Uh, talking to that person, like courting that person basically. I think that's a very important part because I mean we go into situations with good intentions, but sometimes it always don't end up being that. Sometimes it is just a wham bam, thank you ma'am, but it also could be a situation where you fall in love with somebody. So I don't think the age actually matters when it comes to finding your person. I think is if you you sorry if I cut anybody off. I thought everybody was done talking, so I just wanted to speak my piece a little bit.
Nah, you good, Calvin. That was just Lord. Probably came off mic on
Oh,
accident,
yeah,
bro.
my fault.
Lord, over to you if you want to come in, bro. Let's go.
My fault. My fault. No, Calvin, you can finish your thought, bro. My bad if that's who you are.
Yeah, no, I was just saying I agree with everything that you said, but I also think that there are couples that they do find their person at a younger age. You know, I think it just depends on the people, how they feel about one another, how they communicate, interact with one another, and whether it goes to a higher level than just uh, what a first date or a one night stand or anything like that.
I think well, when you're in your teenage years, you're more. I think you behave more like when you're past 35, right? You're more like, oh my gosh, I like her, you know what I mean? Puppy love thing. Oh my gosh, I like him, puppy love thing. You're not really. Two of you could be locked in a room and you don't have sex. You're like playing with a video game or something like that. You know what I mean? So it's the same thing when you pass a certain age. You and your girl could literally be watching a movie and you're not having sex. You part ways and you build to it. It's the same thing for teenagers. No, when you're in your 20s, though, brother, you're not. If you lock in a one room with one girl, in your 20s, there is nothing stopping you from tearing that down. I mean, dude, you and she want to tear you down. You know what I mean? So I just think that that age in that 20 25 area there is very tricky when it comes to relationship building. I
Yeah,
don't think people I don't
Don't
think people
forget,
I don't think people should be working on relationships in that. I really don't think so. I think you should be working on your career, your school, you're building your friendships, building your contacts in that 20 25 26. After that, no, you start thinking about marriage and
Yeah,
so basically working on self.
yeah.
Once you know yourself, then you know what you have to offer another person, or that you have to bring somebody else in your life, and accept them for more than just what, like you said, being locked in a room with somebody at 20s. Like, you know what you have to offer somebody, or what, and you think about what they will have to offer you. I totally agree. I wasn't disagreeing with you. I was just saying, like, it's different situations where um it could be a rarity, you know what I mean?
intent, I wouldn't put an age on it. I would put a maturity level on it.
Facts.
facts, big
Because you
facts,
got, you
and that's
got dudes that's 40-year old that act like they 13.
one hundred
But you
percent, and
but
that's the other thing,
No, I
right?
totally agree.
Go ahead, go ahead.
What you were saying, like a lot of dudes at 40, they still acting immature as shit. Like I know motherfuckers when I be
Stop
with
chewing like
25
that.
and shit. You said what?
Who
Stop
who's
chewing
chewing
like
on the
that.
mic?
Bro, stop
I'm not
smacking.
chewing on the mic. What are you talking about? That's not me. Nah, like I was saying, like I know somebody that's 25, but he act like he fucking like he act like he 15 and shit, stuck in the past type shit. I'm like, bro, like you gotta grow the fuck up, bro. Like you gotta start making some money. You gotta get some bitches and shit. You gotta stop playing 2K and shit. That's why I told that nigga. I was like, fuck. You feel me?
but
Like
that's
it's
just what that person
What's
that's
going
just
on?
what that
like
person is into.
it's a crazy world we live in. Like I swear to God, this shit crazy.
No, it's
I
about
was
the
just in a
maturity
room with
level
this nigga
because you got,
talking about God is gonna kill people, gonna come back and kill people. I'm like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about?
and it goes the other way because you got some young dudes that's real on their square. That's very mature because that's the hand that life dealt them. They had to grow up
Facts.
early.
Like, yeah,
Facts.
Like I'm
Right.
21. I
Listen,
feel like
before y'all take this everywhere, keep going with the conversation, but relationships or career first. I heard y'all talking, but I want to know this,
career,
right? Yeah, yeah. Explain
career.
why. Relationships or career first. I see
It,
people putting
it
relationships first
depends.
because they don't want
I
wait
mean,
a
like
minute,
I put
God
career
damn
first
it.
because like I'm trying to be
Wait a
like
minute. Wait a minute.
financially stable in the
Wait a
future and
minute.
shit.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Dude,
Oh,
shut
it's not my
up.
time to. It's not my turn to talk. My fault.
Yo, do I gotta go get the big mic or some shit? Y'all don't hear this shit? Like, y'all don't hear me talking? What's going on? Relationships or career in 2025? I see people putting relationships first because they don't want to be lonely. But then I see people putting their career first because ain't nobody going to drown just because they're looking for love either, right? So let's continue this shit. Relationships or career first in 2025. Ping the room up and share the room up. Also tap the link at the top if you want a free Bitcoin debit card. Let's go. Floor
It,
open.
it
Relationships or
depends. It
career. Let's go.
depends. Stack. It depends on the maturity level and the age level. You know, you take a young man at 25. You know, I would say enter into a relationship and grow old together with your old lady. Now, if you're 45, you know you should be already in your career and be set and be on on the upcline or almost to the level off point. So it
Well,
depends on the
let's say the
age and the
woman like
maturity.
let's say you're in a relationship like you said the age. Let's say you're like 40 something. Let's say like 40, and your old lady she makes more than you. Is that a problem? You think?
No, it ain't a problem
Like she
because
get
if
We
she
had
she
this
has she makes
conversation the other
like
day,
most of the
bro.
income.
We had
because
this
if she your
conversation
old
the other
lady,
day.
Are you not?
if she
All right,
your
cool.
old lady, she already done got on your program, so that don't even matter. You understand? I'm talking
Yeah.
about like to the young guy that's 25. It's just like taking off in an airplane. You know, when you're young, 25, you're on the upcline, and then when you get to that cruising altitude, that's at 40. You should be at that cruising altitude because the lifespan, most lifespans between 65 and 70. Some live older, some die younger. But you know, when you at 40, you should be cruising. You should be up at 40,000 feet
Yeah, I
cruising.
agree.
Not trying to come up on the upcoming. You know, that's where that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion.
Control. Yeah, I mean, the society is designed to keep somebody from 18 to 25 very busy. I think once you graduate from high school, the wheels are turning. Everything, the expectations are high. You're applying to go to college. You're going back and forth there. You're at work. If you join in the military, you're going to EMT. uh, it's just a lot of things to distract you in society, and you may meet somebody during that process, but because the two of you are busy, you know, you don't really come together as often, right? I think once if you're not working on anything when you pass 18, I think that's when you start to get into trouble. Just focus on life and building, like gentleman said, just build yourself that period of time, because once you reach when you start closing to the end of your 20s, it's plenty of time now. Now you can focus on a relationship while you're still building, right? And then hopefully things can work out from there. Things are things because my daughter right now just graduated from high school right now. She extremely busy. She was busy from she's 17. She was working at the place where, because she wants to go into zoology, so she was working at the animal shelter. Now she get a job at the zoo now, right? Because she's in zoology, so she's busy. She just doing that, and she's going to school in the fall. Mad, right? She's totally distracted, and I think that's how it should be. But if you see somebody, yeah, entertain, but focus on building yourself up. That's how it's
That's
done.
that's also credit to you and her mom because she had those people to make sure they helped keep her distracted and able to live as a child in her younger years. And like the guy said, like some people don't have that option. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to grow up faster. So I feel like I mean this is good conversation, but I feel like it could go both ways depending on the individual situations.
I mean, yeah, the environment has a lot to do with that too, though, right? The growth. within the individual.
Oh, facts, man, dude. I'm from Chicago, Illinois, dude.
Word,
Like
bro.
most people, they don't. Most people see the news that's not from here, and they say, "Oh, we not going to Chicago. They crazy or whatnot." But what they don't understand is like some of these people, like we talking about, grow up in certain situations, so they have to adapt to their environment. They don't understand or know anything other than what they see every day, you know. So I mean, also like
Right.
us being individuals, whether we're in a relationship or not, like we do make a difference on some of these young individuals, depending on what career path we chose. I played basketball in high school, college, overseas, but I worked in education and I coached for 10 years after I was done playing basketball. And like some of my kids fell down by the wayside because of decisions they made, but some of my kids overcame some of the situations that they were in. You know what I mean? So it we all, whether we have kids or married in a happy relationship, no matter what age, I feel like we all do have an impact on certain people's lives, be it our own child or somebody we work with, like, you know. So
Does anyone else have like follow up questions and shit?
I
I
believe in
got
God.
one. I
You
got
got
one.
one? Okay.
I
Let
got
Nunu go too. Nunu want to jump in. Nunu, what's up? Talk to me. Yeah, she ain't ready to go. It's all good. Relationships or career first in 2025. If you guys still want to talk about this, let's go.
how do
I'll keep
y'all
it open
feel
for a
Why do
few
about
you have
longer.
to
Let's go.
how do
choose?
y'all feel about young people meeting a person in school or at a, like around between the ages of 24 and 27?
I'm definitely a fan of that. And I don't think you have to choose between a relationship and a career. You just have to prioritize appropriately.
So you mean to balance the two out?
So, like, for me, I have a really good job, but my family always comes first. So I think it's important to understand where the priority is so that you don't ever put the wrong thing first. I think with career driven women and men, right? Like that, if you're solely focused on that and that's the most important thing to you, then everything else just takes a back seat. That's the natural like order of things. So I think if you want to be in a relationship, you have to have those conversations. And if a woman wants a man to take care of her, she has to understand that like that would take a back seat. So family first, not that you can't have a career and not that you can't be successful, but you have to be careful because some careers are very selfish careers. Like you won't have an option to put it on the back burner to support your family. So I think if you want a family and you want a traditional structure in which a man is going to take care of you, which seems to be the thing, then you have to understand what that really looks like. And that looks like you putting your family first and putting career second.
it's all about balance. It's all about balance, I feel. But I agree with you. I agree with you, but I was just throwing that out there also. It's all about balancing out like your family and your career, because you could make it work.
You
People have
can't.
done it, people have done it in the past, people are doing it now, and people will do it in the future.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think I think it depends on if you actually want to make it work, if you find that balance.
Well, and I think so for me, I'll speak from like my personal woman's perspective, right? For me, family was always first, right? So like, there's no job or career or amount of money that I would ever put before my family, right? My job knows that. Like everyone around me knows that. And if you intend on doing that, like I knew I wanted to be a wife and a mother when I was like 12. So like I always knew that was the most important thing to me. But priorities are priorities, right? So my purpose was always family. So I chased my purpose in response to what the person said. Like I chased my purpose and that was my purpose. So everything else I do, successes, whatever, they're great, but having successful children is was my purpose.
So, quick question: do you have children and are you married?
I got married very young. I do have children. They're both very successful now. I'm a little older, so my kids are older.
Oh, I'm not young. I just have a baby. I just have a
Yeah.
baby picture on my profile. I'm 39.
Yeah, I have like both my kids were very successful academically, and my daughter is about to get married. So like, I feel like I succeeded in the thing that was the most important to me.
Respect. Definitely respect that.
Yeah, because money is just money. Um, Without relationships, what is the money worth, really?
Okay, so I want to throw out a question. Um, so how you said money is money, and I just lost my train of thought like really quick. Um, so which is most important? What we were basically talking about in the beginning, what I assumed we were talking about when I joined in, which would you put first? Your relationship or your relationship with a significant other or your relationships outside of like your friendships, your family, like which like when you get to a certain state in your life you have to make a decision on which one comes first.
The
Does
husband
that
always comes first.
does that but I'm asking, does that change, does that change when you find that person that you know that's for you, or does that pecking order, does that order stay the same?
I mean, I think if you come from a family first mentality, right? Like before you have a significant other, it's your family, right? Like your parents, you do family stuff, you design your life around family being first. And
Of
then when you meet your person, right? They sort of take the number one spot, right? And then still family first, but family looks different now, right? Because you have your own family. So I think that it has to shift and it's appropriate for it to shift. It doesn't
of
mean
course.
the rest of your family's not important. It's just that your new family is the most important. Sorry, Zoe.
I Oh, it's fine. I feel like these partners we get with, that's all they are. Okay, swapped in, swapped out. Um, he's just integrated into my life. That's it. These people were here before he even poof. Now I have a man, y'all. Like, I'm not. I have to make sure nothing is too compromised with the previous people, just because. Oh, now I have a partner. He's no better than the previous people that was already here in my corner.
I saw an Instagram post today, and it made a lot of sense. It was talking to a woman. Woman, don't never sit at a table that your husband can't sit at. Because what's the priority? The husband. Like when you get a husband or a man gets a wife, that's your priority now. Whatever was before is secondary if you want the relationship to work. And it made a lot of sense to me because we see a lot of times that why a lot of marriages break up because the significant other felt like they were secondary to the family or secondary to the children or secondary to the career. And so, it's difficult being selfless, but it's real easy to be selfish. And I land there.
That was kind of what I was trying to speak on, and just wanted to hear people's thoughts on like, do they change do they change the pecking order or do they keep it the same? So that post, it definitely it relates.
I feel like it's good to have a circle of people that knew you before the spouse came in, because it's prevention. Because if you're heading for the worst and they could see, oh, you're changing and not for the better, and they're doing this and they're doing that before you even knew this person. Like, sometimes it's good to have people, before you even got into a partnership with somebody. I mean, they were a stranger and these people were around. So I don't know. I like having people that knew me and see if I'm not really on point like I used to be just because this person's here now.
But do you understand that on the other aspect, whatever person or whoever you're dealing with, they have to go through the same thing. So I feel like family, of course, is important. Relationships with friends, of course, is important. But also, you all have to have that understanding, meaning you and that individual. I have friends that I love and I bring them into my relationships, but my friends not gonna make that final decision for me, whether or not I continue to be with this person or whether or not I listen to uh some negative, positive, negative energy or whatever they come with. I'm gonna make sure I build a rapport with that person. Whereas no matter what anyone else says, be it positive or negative, I'm gonna already have my thought in my mind.
Yeah, that's fine. But I've had family give me an ultimatum for one
Yeah.
of the person I dated. They said it's us. Uh,
So they get what they said. They just going to disown you. Have y'all seen that before? Family members disowning y'all? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, they
Fuck
try to
is up?
manipulate you.
Come on, man.
Try to manipulate
That's insane.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear
No, I was
you.
saying, so you was gonna say what? Your family disowned you or something?
Oh
What
no, they
happened?
gave me an ultimatum because they didn't like how shit was going, and I chose the fam over the person, and it worked out great for me, right? That person is doing horrible now, and they were right. And now I'm back on track, and I'm back to me, the person they remember. Yeah.
I think you're supposed to be, I think single and married should look different in you, right? Because those types of relationships bring out different qualities in you. So, like, your single life personality um, is going to be a little bit different when you get married. So, while I do believe in family weigh-in, Zoe, like I don't disagree with that. I have a daughter, so I plan on weighing in. Trust me. So I get that part, but I think people are like, "Oh, you're not the same." And you're married. You're going to be a little different. Like that's a good thing because you should make amendments to put your relationship with your husband first, right? Like so I think that it's a slippery slope sometimes depending on the family members you're talking about, like how that plays out.
you. Yeah, because when you get married, two become one. I will
Right.
hope that you're not the same person that you was before you got married. I will hope that you did change. Because if you didn't, that's the recipe for disaster. Because when you take on someone else and someone takes on you, you're gonna change. You have to put you last and put them first. And I know that concept scares a lot of people, but when you're selfless in a marriage, you have success. And those who have married and been married for a while, they understand the concept.
You even got to start that shit in a relationship before the marriage, though, Lewis, bro. You know what I'm saying? That shit's pre
Right?
started, bro. I feel you on that shit though. Like, yeah, but that shit already be something that's pre talked about or pre done, bro. You understand? I get where you're going, but that's why it's important for communication for vetting people out, right? Now, I got a new question for y'all. Hold up, I got a new question for y'all. Ping the room up, share the room. We still in gender wars. I'm trading in the background, handling all this crypto shit. I'll be having the media mentors business room coming up soon with a few entrepreneurs that are coming on the app, so that way you guys can actually get some education and learn some shit. Come on podcast shows, right? Grow your social media and do shit outside of this shit. But ping this up, share this up. My next question for y'all is: are women the new simps when they fall first? Yep, I want to know. I want to know because they always say men are simps, blah 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 blah. No, I've seen women simps too. Let's talk about it. Ping the room up, share the room up. Come in the room right now and talk about this shit. I want to talk about it right now. I want to expand the conversation. And also, if you're looking to earn Bitcoin, tap the link at the top so you can mine it from your phone. Let's go. Floor open right now. Are women the new simps when they fall first? I don't care who takes the mic. I don't care who takes it. Women, men, yeah, I want to know. Are they the simps when they are in love first? Floor open. Let's go.
I think it could go. I think it could go either way.
It could go either
Um,
way.
I wouldn't say women are the new simps. I wouldn't put like one above the other. I think it's balanced. It's equal. You got men that's out here falling hard for women who really don't care or don't see things going the way that the man feels, but you also have women doing the same thing. So I feel like it could be a 50-50 kind of deal. I think it just depends on like people's opinions. For the most part, I feel like it would basically be based off of their interactions or their encounters with a simp.
Well, from the perspective that usually men are the ones that chase the women, and so it could be. It's not so much that she's a simp. It's just that the man did his job. He convinced her to get on his plan. So, I wouldn't say that they simps. I would say that they, you know, the
So you
prey
think
got
we in good
caught.
hands? So you saying men be like, okay, we in good hands now. We good.
The prey got caught.
That's crazy, bro.
I get it, but I was an athlete at a major university, so like I didn't see some stuff. You know what I mean? So like for me, like it go both ways. But I mean, I respect everybody's opinion. Like I said, like I feel like it's 50-50. But I feel like people's opinions on it or their judgment or thoughts about it depends on their own situation or what they saw firsthand, not even through just their experience but also others around them.
I think this title is for the women that let men move in with them, right?
So what?
here
So
we
The
here we
ones
go
that
here we go
what is
here
that
we
that?
take
go
Let's
take
go,
her
Zo.
car, the one that takes her car, right? A lot of her shit is being used. So that's the only way are women the new Sims when they fall first. Yes, the ladies that have lived that life, they are simping.
so what about the men? Maybe he did move in with that woman, but what about the situation if that woman has a kid and she expect that man, that new man, to do something for her kid that's not his?
So you move into her house and you know she has a kid and you're not about to babysit?
I'm not. I'm just speaking. I'm just throwing out
I don't see
different narratives.
myself as a man moving into her shit and the kid is like, "Oh, can we play football?" If it's a boy, or the girl is like, "Oh, can you hold my Ken doll and play whatever?" Right? The kids want, of course, and like, "Oh, I'm about to run out and do this." Yeah, you're gonna have to watch her
But one,
child. Yeah,
but one,
hello.
one thing I will say, and I'm sorry if I cut you off. In this uh, in this aspect of the conversation, I feel like men are the simps because men are quick to be with a woman with a child, but women are not quick to be with a man with a child.
Yeah, I don't think it's natural for women wanting to share resources. If I don't have to, I won't.
Wait,
A
sure.
man,
What do you mean?
Man, this shit sound
Oh
like a
shit!
Tyler
What is
Perry
going
movie.
on?
if I
What?
don't have
What the
Selfish.
fuck
to,
is that,
I
Diego?
hear
but
selfish.
but
I left the room and this is what happens.
I
don't think it's
Diego,
selfish. It
we
just
need
feels
law
natural.
and order.
I was
Cat,
just
this is
gonna say the
insane.
same thing, Diego. This is listen. These are your
I
people,
don't know
Stack.
what
I
the
don't
hell's
know. I
going
don't
on.
know.
These are clubhouse people. I don't know these clubhouse people. What are you talking
Claim them, Stack. Claim them.
about? Listen, we with Diego. We were talking about women the new simps when they fall first. We always hear that men are the simps and they, oh yeah, you know what I mean. But do you guys feel like women, if the man does his job a little too good, the women falls and she's the simp first? What's going on? Let's talk about it. What up, Diego? Cat, what we talking
Can
about?
women be
Why should a woman be a
simps?
simp?
I seen some
I
women
was about
simps.
to ask
Can they
that.
I
though?
seen some women simps, Diego. I've seen them
So
before.
Who
what?
comes with these
Okay,
claims?
how does a woman simp differ than a pick me? What are the
Okay,
differences?
there we go. Same word though. Diego, same word, same category, right there though. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
That's
I think it's the same
insane.
shit. What y'all think? Do you think it's the same thing? Like, sounds like the same shit.
If she drive a Nissan Altima, she a simp.
Wow, Lewis. Now you want to troll, Lewis?
What?
Lewis.
Louis.
What if she don't drive?
Not an Ultima. That's crazy.
Maya, what do you think about that, Maya? Do you think women are new simps when they fall first, but before men? Talk to me.
Yeah, you gotta let the man fall first.
Mm.
That's how you have full control. You don't fall first.
Mm.
And if you do fall first, you definitely don't let the guy know that.
Mm. So they
But
are
if you, but
simps.
if you,
Maya, they
um,
are simps. They're simps. I get
Now,
it.
did you
Yeah,
hear
they're
that key
So
definitely
word?
is
simps.
the
but
goal
it,
to control
Yeah,
the
that's
man?
that's the
Is that
key
what
word.
that's
Absolutely.
the goal?
Absolutely.
That's the
Oh
key
no,
word.
thank
Control. They
you.
want
Absolutely.
control.
so,
I'm
so,
not interested in reversing like roles.
Right.
so
He's
a
the
woman,
man.
I don't have to
Like
so a
reverse the
woman,
role. I
if
can
you,
still have control without reversing roles.
I
so if you
understand
want
that.
to, so you as a woman, you want to be with a man that's a simp. If you want to get married in the future or near future, you want to be with a simp.
I would say men don't have to be Sims for them to get married. They don't have to.
Now they don't have to be simps to be married, but if you're saying men are the simps, why would you want to be with a man that you can control, but you expect him to do manly things for you, and he the simp?
I think he's referring to me, I think. That's a
Yes.
good question. I don't
Get him.
Yeah.
know.
Come on, Maya. What we doing? Get him.
I
You
just
wanna
it is
you
what
wanna
it
marry that man that you under control of?
absolutely I would, yeah.
What would be the benefit of
Okay.
having
What's your name?
control? What would be the
Y'all
benefit of having
asking too many
Making
control?
him do whatever she want him to
Women
do.
Come
What you
y'all
on,
mean? What would
asking
be
too
the
Diego.
many
benefit?
Diego.
questions.
I'm just asking. I'm just
women
asking.
want
That would be the
women
benefit right there.
clearly women want submissive providers.
Yeah, I want me a
But a
submissive
but a simp,
provider.
a simp is not that.
Yes.
Huh?
A simp is
A simp is
definitely a
a
submissive provider.
Absolutely a submissive provider.
a simp is like somebody running in traffic with a blindfold on.
Oh
Ping
my
in
Okay.
Mr. Black.
gosh.
He's the
Submissive
best simp.
provider
Now my
He's the
means
best
question
simp on the
is,
app. Ping him into the room. Let's get
My,
to this
ping him
count.
up.
my
Ping all
my
this
Diego,
smoke
I'll
in
no no
here.
block
Mr.
no.
Black.
you.
my
Mr.
I'm
Black
question
Love.
is,
sorry.
I
Diego.
will block.
My question, Diego. Does a submissive provider get the respect as a non-submissive
Sorry,
provider?
Diego. I should
Not
have
from
said a
me, but I don't know. You
submissive
got to ask that to
provider and
Maya.
protector.
Maya, do
I
you
should have
respect
said
them? Do you respect a submissive provider
Of
or somebody
course,
that
why
you can
wouldn't
control?
I? Of course.
Yeah, Cap. I call Cap.
Like,
Why you call
hello?
Lewis? Why you call her Cap? Let's
The
talk
reason
about it. Why
I
you
call
Why
calling
is
Cap
it
Lewis
because
Cap?
cap?
women don't respect men that they can control.
Oh gosh.
Facts.
Uh-oh.
Facts. It sounds maniacal
Y'all and
when you
y'all
say it out
blanket
loud.
statements. Y'all don't know every woman on the planet. Come on.
You right,
Come
but I
on,
know.
Maya. Tell him,
Well,
We
Maya.
know
The
we
fuck?
know what you saying.
I mean, I guess. Well, hey, it is what it is, right?
you
I
want a
can have
man.
my.
You want a man
I'm
you can
entitled
run
to my
over.
opinion, right?
You want a man that you can run over, Maya.
I'm not saying run over. Y'all gotta. Y'all always go to the extreme.
You said control. That's worse than run over.
Control and submit
Hey, it
sounds
is what.
like
Hey, it is what it is. You
You
know.
gonna be pegging them.
What the
Do you
fuck is
peg your
going
mom?
on, bruh?
Do you peg your mother?
Whoa.
Okay.
We not in relationships
The
with our
fuck?
mother.
These
We
niggas
in,
is
we in
weird.
relationships with them, but not to that extent.
Talking about some pagan. Nigga, you pegged your damn daddy last night,
Yo,
bitch.
what the fuck, bro? Yo, y'all are insane, bro. All right, let's get back to the conversation, please. Are women the new
See,
simps?
see, see.
Huh?
There you go. They don't respect. They
Go
don't
ahead. Go
respect
ahead.
men that they can run over, and that's it. And so, fellas, listen. If a woman comes at you in that type of manner, she ain't gonna respect you because she want to control you. She don't even look at you as a man
But that's what they want. That's the crazy part.
until they get tired of you.
Facts.
Right, that's temporary until they can find someone else that they can switch over to.
Facts.
Because a man bringing structure and discipline and guidance and correction ain't gonna go for it.
Here y'all go. Well, hey, there's room for a woman who can fulfill all your desires, sir.
Except for submission.
All right, now this is insane. This shit is insane in here. Okay, you guys are crazy on the war floor. I feel like women are the new simps if they do fall first. Maya said, "Don't let the man know that you fall first, cat. Like, don't even let that motherfucker know. If you do, keep it a secret. Lock it up like it's like in a jar somewhere, right? Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't even want you to know. But I
But
feel
he
like
should know
once
all
the
the
man knows, go
signs.
ahead, cat.
Oh,
Go
I have
ahead,
an
cat.
example.
Or Zoe, whoever, who's coming.
Okay, I'll go first. Do you want to go, Kat?
No, I was just gonna tell Stack, you can't tell him, but he should know all the signs that you want to be in a relationship.
That's a
This
fact.
title. You know who has to go get her tattoo removed just recently? And she was parading this man around. And she's done this multiple times. And she's an R&B singer. Goes by the name of Keisha Cole.
Wow. So what
Okay.
happened?
Honcho. She was, ooh,
Head over heels for no reason.
Honcho.
Hmm.
Yeah, over Honcho, this rapper. I'm like, I didn't even listen to his music. I'm like, girl. Anywho, she was, yeah, she fell first, right? Oh, I love him. I love him. That's how Keisha Cole does it with every man. Every man she falling for. When did she learn?
But what's wrong with somebody falling for multiple people? They
Over
just
the
haven't found
top.
that.
Limerence like a
They haven't.
motherfucker.
No. I'm saying, but like she just haven't found that one for her. She fell for some people. Like it's trial and error. I feel with relationships.
People
Um,
don't realize that they got bad picking, and then they continue to get bad picking, and they continue to pick bad, and then they can't blame themselves. They want to blame others, but they continue
no,
to
they
pick
just they
bad.
No,
just they just get
I
the
don't
they
want
just
that to
get
It's
the
go in
tattoo
y'all heads.
removed.
What
still
Cat said.
bad picking
Yes.
habits. Okay. So we got to stop saying, oh my God, can you believe she did this? Can you believe she put a she did it because she keeps picking the wrong nigga.
Yep.
But
Wrong
we
picking. Wrong picking
but
too.
we
Go ahead,
sitting
Cal.
here judging her.
She
How
should
many
be judged.
tattoos have any women in
She
this
should be judged.
panel got removed?
She should be judged.
I ain't tattooing shit on my ass, so no, I don't gotta worry about that.
It's not even about.
So Maya, you wouldn't
I
get matching
said that.
tattoos. Hold on, Maya. So you wouldn't get matching tattoos with your partner at all. Nothing.
No.
Nothing.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Okay. Let's continue. Who's coming in? Who's that? Go ahead, Calvin. Go ahead, brother.
Not even with your significant
Yeah,
other,
that's what I'm
the
saying. The
person
one
that
that you marry. The significant. Yeah. I was just
the
asking.
person that you
Okay.
the person that you marry and you find and
I'm not even getting a sibling
Hell
I'm saying
tattoo.
if
no.
you got
Yeah,
that,
I'm
if you
not
got
doing
that
it.
I'm
ism
not.
or that riz that Fashawn likes to talk about, I feel like the tattoo's gonna be like, yeah,
No, my
whatever.
body's not a
It's gonna be
canvas.
whatever. The
What
tattoo,
the
yeah, you gonna
hell?
get my name tatted. I don't care
Hell
what
no.
you talking about.
So a
I
It's
tattoo
really don't have no
tattoo on
solidifies.
me
tattoos,
if
so
it's
I'm not doing it.
real.
That's haram.
And if it's real, tat it.
I guess.
It don't have to be an ass tattoo. What if you get
Cause
a
you could
tattoo
cover it
under
up.
your
You
head?
feel me?
So how many of y'all niggas got tats on y'all with bitches on it?
I ain't never been married.
Not me, but I
Okay,
know
exactly. So y'all over
that.
here trying to type up tattoos
Somebody
and y'all
ping
ain't even got no
pinging Drake.
tattoos.
So you crazy. Listen, tap me down if it's real. You feel me? Like I wouldn't mind that. You feel
You
me?
would get a tat stack?
I'll
Yeah.
get back to you.
Exactly.
You in the Matrix. I can't hear you.
I'm in the Matrix? No, I'm
What?
not.
Is that an entitlement? Are you entitled to ask her to have your name tattooed on her? Hello?
Would you say, Salma? Say that again.
I said, is that a kind of entitlement? Like, if you ask her to tattoo your name,
Nah, it usually come with the flow. It's like it's
No,
in
it's
you. Yeah,
audacity,
it's the
not
it's
audacity, but I
entitlement.
audacity
feel like
wrapped up with toxicity. So no.
I guess,
It's
but
audacity wrapped with
I never had an
ignorance.
issue. I never had
Exactly.
an issue with the tat. You know what I mean? Usually women down for the tat. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
You know, it's all control. If I can get you to
Wow.
tap my photo picture of me and my name on you.
Listen, if you don't tap me
Oh,
on you, we're breaking up. Like that's just I don't care. Y'all could call me extreme. I'm gonna stand on this shit. If you do not if you don't want to get my name tatted,
What
it's
the
over.
are
fuck?
you trolling?
He's
You're
trolling.
Yeah.
trolling.
Okay. All right. You'll see.
Probably if I leave and come back, the conversation's gonna change again.
Yeah,
I'll be
got
back.
cat and Mike. Yeah. How about matching tattoos? Huh? Y'all think I'm tripping? Y'all think I'm tripping about matching tattoos? What is going on? What is up?
No.
Selma, what's going on? Like
I don't
Cat,
have I
Ice,
don't
am I
have
tripping?
one
Maya,
tattoo in my
Zoe,
body.
Mac, am I
Stacks.
tripping? Can I get a
One
matching
second, one
tat with my
second.
shorty?
I
Like what's going on?
no. If I
Are
was
we
not doing it
Like
married?
before
I'm just trying
you,
to make
why
this
would
shit
I
make sense. Cause
even
y'all
do
making
it?
me trying to make me feel bad for wanting to get a fucking tattoo or the
They
girl
have
wanting
to
to
be
have a tattoo
married
on
to
her
you.
fucking body.
Matching tattoos. Are we married?
Man, listen, commitment.
No, that's not enough.
It's
Trolling.
man, I ain't fucking with y'all. Y'all got
Hey, Stack, man, it sounds like you going back
you
and forth
understand
with
for
people that
sure?
will. Hey, you going back and forth with people that will cut seed and have babies with people that they want tattoo on their body, man. It's all good. Let it be. It's all good, brother.
I understand you for sure. I'm just, I'm in the war
I,
mode.
I know you staring it up, but you know what I'm saying. Some of these sisters in the world be having tons of babies with men that they swear they want to get a tattoo on their body. You can't remove that baby off your body though. It's all good.
You understand for sure? And I'm telling y'all from like real life shit, I've seen women tattoo men on their body with no problem. Especially when they simps and they fall in first. Don't tell me y'all ain't seen it. I know some of
I've
y'all in here
seen
not
it,
gonna
but
do it.
my
Come on,
same girl
Maya.
that did that, they didn't work out. She went and got a new nigga, and she married this nigga with the same nigga tattooed on her still, the same old nigga. Like what? So is that cool? Is that cool to
Nah,
So
that's
y'all? Did
not
y'all like
cool.
tat
That's supposed
so
to be a cover up, Maya.
so so women won't get a man like get a matching tattoo or whatnot, but you'll have a kid with a no good dude that you know you're not
I
gonna
ain't
be
got
with.
no babies, so that don't apply to me. Next question.
I was speaking in general, sweetheart. I wasn't speaking directly to nobody.
I just wanted to clarify that though for the stage.
I wasn't talking to directly to nobody because I don't know if anybody has kids or not. But in the same sense, we talking about tattoos. Women won't get a tattoo, from my understanding, listening to the conversation. But women will have a kid with a
Absolutely. You get
with.
control with the kid.
You get control of what?
Control of the kid. You have more like I think women can see the benefit of having a child. I don't think they see the benefit of having a man's useless last name tattooed on him.
And they got
But
and
what
they
what's
gotta
the
stop.
what's
Hey,
the
hey
what's the
Diego, they
what's
gotta
the
stop
benefit?
complaining. Diego, they gotta stop complaining then about the men that they having children with. They can't talk about this leverage and benefit, and then all of them complaining about the daddies being horrible. You gotta pick which side of the line they gonna stand on.
Well, for
Hey,
fun, the art of seduction tells us that there's power in being a victim. So when you see women trying to play the victim, even when they put themselves in that situation, they already assume they're putting themselves in a more
Well,
powerful
a woman's
position.
superpower is always to be a victim. You know, so I tell you that every day.
Oh
Well,
shit,
there's
Vashawn.
protection in victimhood. Um, the the um the herd will come to nurture you, heal you, and put you back out there, but you can't stay in it. You were victimized, yeah. But there's always protection when they play the victim card.
so are men not victims in relationships? This, wow.
Well, a man always has to figure it out. Nobody cares what really happens to you as a man.
Men are victims, but they don't benefit from being victims. That's the
At all.
context you might be missing, brother.
No, I totally understand. I just want to hear their response. I'm a man. I don't have any kids. Been in relationships or whatnot. I'm with somebody August to make it 2 years. And I'm happily with her. You know what I mean? So like I was just speaking on like the conversation that was going and trying to see like where we could take things because this is Clubhouse.
What are you
Well,
asking, Calvin? What are you asking?
Oh no, I wasn't. I asked my question already. I wasn't asking anything on the second part. I was basically old boy who in the car or driving. He basically like confirmed what I was saying.
well, it's my last goddamn question for y'all, and I'm out of here. I promise you, unless Senora opens up and I pass the traffic over there. But this is the last question I have for y'all. Who the fuck plays victim first? Men or women? Ping this room out, share this room out. We gonna be in
Women.
here. Yep, Diego. I'm passing it to you first, Diego.
Women.
Ping this room out. Well, go ahead, Diego. Over
You
to you.
you
Why?
heard
Why it's
what
women?
Fashawn said, and it's
Why?
a fact
I know. I
because
heard for Sean.
we
I
benefit
heard him.
from being
I heard him.
victims.
I heard him. I heard him. But I want to hear it again.
We benefit. Women benefit from being victims. I agree with Fashawn 1,000%. I believe men can be victims; they just don't benefit from the title. As a woman, though, in any circumstance, you can paint yourself as a victim. I mean, what else? What else is there?
But you
I'm
have to
going.
you have to also think about it on the other side. If it's a man that's a real man and standing on his 10, he not gonna cry wolf. He gonna say F it and live with whatever the consequences come with whatever situation. We not gonna play victim. We gonna let it ride.
I'm gonna. Oh, go
Hey,
ahead, Fashawn.
you got it, Joy.
I'm gonna believe her. Okay, she's innocent. So y'all could provide evidence.
Get the fuck out of here,
Okay,
man.
she is safe with me. Okay, nobody's touching her. Bring me the evidence, then y'all could get at her. Okay, go
Even
ahead,
when we
Fashawn.
bring the evidence, y'all gonna blow it off. Y'all gonna walk away and act like nothing happened. We found out Brick Lady was y'all was ready to castrate all men when y'all believed Brick Lady, and then we found out it was all cap, and y'all just went back to a new problem, something new to complain about. Y'all didn't take ownership of that at all.
Brick Lady, she's an African, so that's on African women to handle her. East African at that.
Hey, Diego. If you take single mothers' children away, if you give them to the fathers, they don't have no more identity and they can't play the victim.
I agree with you, but we gotta admit most men don't want their kids, so that's not gonna happen. They're gonna be able to play the victim for a long time for
Man,
sure.
yeah, data says otherwise. Maybe you'll do a room on that.
We
Data shows
did.
otherwise.
We did, and we brought out a
I,
whole bunch of data. Everybody brought out data.
so one thing I
Oh,
will
let me
say
post the link, Stack,
that's the
real quick. I'm sorry. So I'm gonna just put
no,
the
you
link up
good.
for the next room.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Appreciate you, Diego. Let's continue. Who's coming in? Let's go.
No, what I was gonna say is that's the reason why I don't have kids. And not saying I don't want kids or haven't tried or anything like that or felt like um I could potentially have kids with this person, but I also think in the back of my mind, I don't want this person to use my kids against me. Whether me and the baby mama work out or not, I want to at least have kids if we not together in the long haul. I want to have kids with somebody that's not going to use my kids with me, and that I'm still able to have a good rapport with my kids, and we have a coexisting parenthood. But in society today, that don't happen because of the question you just asked now.
It sounds like low T levels.
Well, see, people don't want to have a relationship two becoming one. They want to see who has the most power. And to the victim who calls victim first in this society is set up, as a man, you fuck up, oh well, you either go to jail or hell. Well, women fuck up, everybody run to help. Everybody. Whether who is her fault or not, everybody's running to help her. But
Sweetie, what's wrong?
as a man, mm-mm, you got to figure it out, buddy.
So before Stack closes this room, I do just want to ask a question, Lewis. So why don't men build those spaces for men? Why not build a space where when men fuck up, they have a place to go? They have a group of men there to kind of pick them back up and assist with that.
Like I said, in this society, as a man, you got to figure it out for yourself because of the competition. I'm not going to build you up for you to outdo me. And that's just the nature of the competition of a male. But
Nah, nah.
women to join hands and kumbaya and help
Lift
each other.
her up. Yep.
But men don't do that.
Yeah,
Exactly.
no, we do. We do. People like
Nah,
myself
nah.
build
Very
community.
quick, very quick, very quick. I
What?
don't. My bad, Tom. My bad.
Go ahead, brother. I can't. We can't hear you though. At least I can't.
No, 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 no. You go, bro. You can go ahead, and I'll go right after you.
No, Lord, it's cool. I can just hear you. I couldn't hear you before. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
and then after these two shares, we're gonna shut down because Sierra Senora's over there. We're gonna move over there.
Yeah, yeah. All I was about to present, right, is the point that I don't know of anybody in this room or anybody on planet Earth that has heard this saying that it's a it's a woman's world. What we hear is that it's a man's world, right? So if it's a man's world, to some extent, there is a level of men holding each other accountable. We don't have to hold women accountable, but there is a standard that holds men accountable, whether it's spoken or unspoken. So yeah, and that's where the idea or the element or the aspect of women and men being equal or unequal, blah blah blah, comes in, is the fact that it's a man's world, and if it's a man's world, men hold each other accountable, whether it's spoken or unspoken.
That's not what they're talking about. Yeah, you could hold him accountable, but you're not helping him like a woman would help another woman.
I so I think what he's trying to say, we have those outlets being men, but because men are so competitive and hard headed and headstrong, we don't even go looking for them. If that makes sense, we just take whatever comes to us with the decisions or the actions that we make. We don't go looking for help. We don't.
All right, Kelvin, it's over. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate everybody that was here. Maya, Anointed, Sarah, Fashawn, Layla, Jay, Zoe, everybody that came in supporting Gender Wars. I appreciate you guys. We'll be back in with another conversation talking about this. I also have some rooms and media mentors coming up where you guys can learn about podcasting, business, passive income, Bitcoin, all that stuff that I do behind the scenes to earn, a well-off income, right? So I appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys tap in with me. Also, go to IRL right now. That's where I'm about to go. I'm about to go support Senora. She was in here with me all day. So I'm going over there to go support them. But make sure you tap in with me with all the clubs because you never know what's going to be popping up. You never know who's going to be coming in the club. You never know who I'm going to bring in here or who I'm going to network with. But make sure you tap in with me. Send me a message if you want to network. Send me a message if you're trying to come on the show. And also, this Gender Wars Part 6. Got like mad episodes, right? Tap in, tap in, tap in. I love you guys. Appreciate the conversation today. Gender Wars will be right back in with another conversation. Y'all already know. Let's go.